our chief guest in the true traditional style of Tamil Nadu. We are very proud and happy to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to announce the arrival of our most honorable chief guest, Shri Vivek Bansal, Director, CFA, Bsnl Corporate Office, accompanied by our beloved CGM, Shri Tamil Mani Sir, and other dignitaries. Let's all rise and welcome them with a round of applause. Our chief guest of the day, the Honorable Director, CFA, Shri Vivek Bansal, and our Honorable CGM. Hearty welcome to you, sirs. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. A gentle reminder to once again put your mobile phones into silent mode. We begin the inaugural session right now, so we request all of you to please settle down. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues and dear friends, it's with immense pleasure and pride that I welcome you all on behalf of Bsnl Tamil Nadu Circle to the Grand Bharat Fiber and One Network Championship Leagues 2024 Award Ceremony. We are overjoyed to witness such a remarkable gathering of professionals, enthusiasts and innovators who have come together for this special occasion. Today, we are not just celebrating technological advancements in connectivity, but also the spirit of competition and friendship that unites us and propels us forward. Bsnl has always been a pioneer in providing connectivity, reaching out to even the most remote nooks and corners of India. Our legacy is truly unparalleled, standing unmatched by any other telecom service in the world. We take immense pride in delivering exceptional service at affordable cost with zero hidden charges. From our origins as a traditional telecom service provider, Bsnl has evolved, embracing cutting-edge technologies to better serve our nation. Now, let's turn our attention to the significance of this event. This program has been meticulously organized by Bsnl to honor the winners of Bharat Fiber Champion League for the fourth quarter of the financial year 2023-24. Our award winners include Bsnl Business Partners, Bsnl Bharat Fiber Managers, Business Area Heads, and the circles that have demonstrated outstanding performance at the national level in the growth of fiber-to-home services. After all the hard work and dedication, it's time to acknowledge and celebrate their remarkable success. We are deeply honored to have with us Shri Vivek Bansal, Director CFA, as our esteemed chief guest of the day. Thank you, sir, for gracing us with your presence and making us feel truly special. Well, when the organizers and the event are so special, can the venue and ambience be left behind? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the enchanting Kodai Canal, fondly known as the Prince of Hill Stations. Nestled amidst the serene beauty of nature, Kodai Canal offers the perfect setting for our championship leagues, inspiring us all with a tranquil and majestic atmosphere. So once again, a hearty welcome and once once again a gentle reminder to put your mobile phones into silent mode. Tamil, among the most ancient and resilient languages globally, is revered for its exquisite charm and dynamic essence. The Tamil anthem serves as a reminder to our linguistic and Dravidian heritage, echoing the pride ingrained within our hearts. The Tamil Thai Varthu glorifies not only our language but also our enduring civilization spanning 5,000 years, our opulent literary legacy, our distinctive cultural essence, and our all-encompassing cultural heritage. Now, Team Tamil Nadu extends a warm embrace to all those gracing us from every corner of our nation with the resounding power of Tamil Thai Varthu. I request everyone to rise in honor.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you. You may kindly take your seats. And now, ladies and gentlemen, keeping up with the spirited atmosphere, we have a captivating welcome dance performance. Bharatanatyam, the classical dance form of Tamil Nadu, holds deep cultural significance. Pushpanjali, an invocatory dance conducted at the beginning of a Bharatanatyam performance, is a sacred salutation to Lord Nadaraja, the Guru and the audience. In the context of Bharatanatyam, it serves as an invocatory dance, but the dancers offers prayers to the Trinity of Gods, the musicians and the audience seeking blessings for a harmonious performance.
जन्नू जेम जेम दर्णद जन्नू जेम जेम त जेम जेम त जम त जम जेम 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 तक जन्नू जेम जेम दर्णद जन्नू जेम जेम त जेम त जम त जम जेम 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 तक जन्नू जेम जेम दर्णद जन्नू जेम जेम त जेम त जम त jam jam danada janu jam jam ta jam jam ta ta jam ta ta jam 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 ta ka janu jam jam danada janu jam jam ta jam jam ta ta jam ta ta jam 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 ta ka janu jam jam danada janu jam jam ta jam jam ta jam ta ta jam ta janu ta di mi ta ka ta janu ta ta ka jam ta dim ta dim tam ta tam ta janu tam ta janu ta di mi ta ka ta janu ta ta ka jam ta dim ta dim tam ta tam ta janu tam ta janu ta di mi ta ka ta janu ta ta ka jam ta dim ta dim tam ta tam ta janu tam ta janu ta di mi ta ka ta janu ta ta ka jam ta dim ta dim tam ta tam ta janu tam ta ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da jam ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da jam ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da jam ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da jam ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da jam ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da jam ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta da jam ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta da ga dim ta jam ta ga dim ta jam ta jam ta jam dari 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 da ga dana 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 da ga jonu 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 da ga janu da dari 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 da ga dana 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 da ga jonu 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 da ga janu da dari 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 da ga dana 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 da ga jonu 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 da ga janu da dari 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 da ga dana 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 da jonu 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 da ga janu da dari da da dana da da janu da dari mi da 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 jam da da jam da jam da jam da da dingina dom da da dingina dom da da dingina dom da dari da da dana da da janu da dari mi da 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 jam da da jam da jam da jam da da dingina dom da da dingina dom da dingina dom da dari da da dana da da janu da dari mi da 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 jam da da jam da jam da jam da dingina dom da dingina dom da dingina dom jam 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 ta ka janu jam jam dana da janu jam jam da jam jam da da jam da da jam ta janu ta di mi ta ka ta janu ta da ga jam da dim ta dim tam da tam da janu tam jam 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 ta ka janu jam jam dana da janu jam jam ta jam jam da ta jam ta jam ta jam ta jam ta jam ta jam
What a mesmerizing dance performance. Hope you all enjoyed. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the formal function. Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly bear with us as we set the stage for the formal function. We begin by inviting the dignitaries to the dais. The chief guest of the day, the most honorable Director, CFA Corporate Office, Bsnl, Sri Vivek Bansal, a distinguished officer whose profound knowledge and expertise have been instrumental in guiding us. His continued support and leadership has been invaluable to us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our chief guest to the dais with a big round of applause. Welcome, sir. Our beloved Honorable CGM of Tamil Nadu Circle, Sri D. Tamilmani, the personality behind the entire show. Hearty welcome to you, sir. Now, as we move forward, it's time to light the lamp. Lighting of the lamp symbolizes an auspicious beginning, and it's a tradition that holds a great significance for us. It marks the commencement of our event and sets the tone for the festivities ahead. I would like to request our chief guest, Sri Vivek Sri Papasudhakar Rao, Chennai Telephone, Sri Kevalani Govind Kamdas, CGM ITPC, and Sri DM Edel CGM BBNL, to kindly come forward and light the ceremonial lamp, thereby inaugurating the mega function. We have Sri Vivek Bansal, our chief guest, Sri D. Tamilmani, Sri Papasudhakar Rao, CGM Chennai Telephones, Sri Kevalani Govind Kamdas, CGM ITPC, and Sri DM Edel CGM BBNL, lighting the ceremonial lamp. What an auspicious beginning to this occasion. The function is inaugurated. No function is considered complete without this beautiful ritual. The ceremonial lamp, as we call Kuttu Vilakka in Tamil, has been lit. Thank you, gentlemen, once again. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this indeed is a proud moment for the Tamil Nadu Circle. As we host this mega event, we are fortunate to have Sri D. Tamilmani, our Honorable CGM, whose leadership has brought numerous laurels to our organization. Renowned for his innovative thinking, strategic vision, and ability to foster strong cohesive terms, he brings a wealth of experience and has an excellent track record in both Bsnl and Department of Telecommunications. His leadership has significantly advanced our mission and achievements. I have the honor of inviting the respected CGM of Tamil Nadu Circle, Sri D. Tamilmani, to formally welcome the distinguished guests and the august gathering.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Kodai, a hilly station in Madurai BA of Tamil Nadu Circle. First of all, I thank our respected CMD, Director CFA, for having given this opportunity to Tamil Nadu Circle to celebrate this prestigious BFCL program 2024 at Kodai, where all achievers of FTTH businesses will be honored by our respected Director CFA Saab. It is my pleasure and privilege that I got an opportunity to welcome all of you for this prestigious function. On this occasion, I welcome most respected Director CFA Saab, Sri Vivek Bansal Saab, who is instrumental the revenue targets set by more than to achieve the revenue target fixed by CM. Sir, you are a visionary leader. You have given us lot of tips and ideas to increase throughout the circle country. I also welcomed my beloved colleagues CGMs who have come from various parts of the country to this function. I welcome all PGMs, senior GMs, GMs, DGMs, AGMs, CAO, SDEs, AOs, JTOs, JAOs, and all officers and staff of all the circle to grace this occasion at Kodaikanal. A special welcome to my BA heads of Tamil Nadu Circle, all BBMs from various circles and partners of FTTH business to grace this occasion. It is expected that through this function arranged for honoring the ground barriers of FTTH businesses are having made FTTH growth a grand success in Bsnl, and we all will take a oath on this special day to rededicate ourselves to surpass the whatever number of connections we have given during the last year to make in this year also. On behalf of the Tamil Nadu Circle and on my own behalf, I congratulate the BFCL winners for the year 2023-24. Our BA colleagues, BSNL colleagues of Madurai BA, consisting of Madurai OA, Virudhunagar OA and Karaikudi OA, and Tamil Nadu Circle of Chennai, have been working for the past 1 month or so and made every effort to ensure that each and every one of you is comfortable and enjoy your stay at Kodaikanal. In case of any shortcomings are there, kindly tell us. We will do our best to make you momentous occasion at Kodaikanal. Thank you very much. I welcome you one and all for this function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As our Honorable CGM was pointing out, in just 4 years, Bsnl's FTTH connections surged from 5.4 lakhs in 2020 to an impressive 38.9 lakhs, showcasing remarkable growth. This achievement is the result of collective action from dedicated ground warriors, that is the BBMs, and to the invaluable contribution of our partners across entire circles. The tireless efforts of the CFA teams, CGMs, GMs, and the pivotal role of ITPC, BBNW have been instrumental. However, seamless coordination would not have been possible without the support of the corporate office team. At the helm of this coordinated effort stands our Honorable Director, CFA, Corporate Office, Sri Vivek Banjo. Under his leadership, stakeholders were nurtured and guided with innovative ideas and meticulous coordination, ensuring the well-being of partners and OEMs. The remarkable feat achieved with the excellent support of our Honorable CMD speaks volume about Vivek Banjo sir's caliber and vision. A distinguished officer whose profound knowledge has been instrumental in guiding us. Let's once again welcome him with a floral bouquet. What an honor to have Sir as our chief guest of today's event. May I humbly request our Honorable Chief Guest to grace us with his presence on the podium and deliver the inaugural address. We are all ears, sir.
Vanakkam. Namaskar. Good morning to all my champions. And when I say champions, the champions is my team of partners and my team of BBMs. And nurtured by the business area heads, their OA teams, BA teams, inspired by their circle heads who are the true leaders, facilitated by the two marvelous teams of ITPC and BBNW, led by their CGMs, and constantly driven by the CFA headquarter team for making them champions. And a very important role is played by all our OEMs who are also present here today, whose equipment make this whole journey successful. Last but not the least, the fantastic team of Madurai BA, who has given such a welcome today morning, that the whole mood of festivity set in since morning when we saw a grand welcome to all of us. I appreciate, congratulate for such a good effort, such a meticulous welcome. And finally, the wonderful welcome dance which we have seen on the stage. Generally what happens, the welcome address is the start, the first address is a boring list of, who has come. But here it changed when we had a surprise, beautiful dance by the 6 girls who performed here. I'll first name those champions, the BS from where they belong, partners coming from Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Varanasi, Agra, Lucknow, Rewari in Haryana. Many of you must have not heard the name Rewari. It's a big BA in Haryana. And then Bikaner, Alwar and Kharagpur. Not in the same rank, I'm just reading out. Then also the BBMs which have come from Ambala, that is again in Haryana, Chennai, Bangalore, Kolkata and Kharagpur. And then we had some BA head champions also, which have come from Ajmer, Siliguri in Assam, Kharagpur in West Bengal, Kolkata, Chandigarh, Hyderabad and Bangalore. So I acknowledge the effort you all made. And I am happy to be amongst all of you with cheerful, enthusiastic faces and a sense of commitment which you project when I meet you. Last year, 23-24, we had surpassed some major milestones. Now we have more than 50,000 OLTs in our network. We have very close to 4 million customer base of FTTH. And we have also crossed 24,000 TB of data on a daily basis. I'll not narrate 2 lakh mark in March because I want 2 lakh mark in 3 consecutive months before I narrate it. I want a sustainable business model, not a one-off, one day, 1 week or 1 month achievement. Yes, that is important because it gives you a confidence that this is what your true potential is. And if it can be achieved for that day, that week, that month, that means it can be achieved on all the days, all the weeks and all the months. So these achievements make us confident, make us realize our potential, that lot of many more milestones which we have to achieve, we are truly capable of. And how we can plan, how we can put our plan into the execution so that we are able to achieve all those major milestones which we have. Now when I say major milestone, I always say just one thing. Think big. Your target should not be based on what you have achieved last year. Your target should not be what you have been achieving throughout the previous months. Make a zero-based budgeting, zero-based target. Your target is the territory where you are working, whether you are a partner, you are a BBM, you are a OA head, BA head, circle head. How many number of homes are there? And make 3 targets, short term, medium term, long term. When I say short term, that means you have to plan for next 3 months. When I say medium term, you have to plan for 1 year. And when I say long term, you have to plan for next year and year onwards. Because this is a process wherein you start thinking which area to select. And then this cycle concludes by actually providing the FTTH connection. It can be sometimes 1 year also. So for 24-25, ideally we all should have planned in January 20. Plan is for next 3 months. And when I say number of homes, we have a variety of degree of penetration across different geographies, which gives me a confidence that if one area, one OA, one BA can achieve this, that means every OA, every area and every BA can achieve this. So those who have yet to achieve 5%, they have a target to reach 5% homes. Those who have achieved 5%, they should plan for 10%. Those who have crossed 10%, they should plan for 20%. And you can set in your own targets, irrespective of whatever targets have been assigned to you. Let those targets be the IPMS targets or your APAR targets. But for celebrations like this, you should have the targets based on how many number of homes you have in your area. And just to give you an example that how much it can be, Lakshadweep is an area where the penetration is more than 50% homes. I think this is the last count. CGM Kerala may deliberate if it has crossed further 60% or not. So it's around 55% homes. And I had visited 2 islands of Lakshadweep very recently. I don't find those many numbers of pakka houses in Lakshadweep. It's a very small geography, very limited business potential, but the requirement of FTTH as a ghar ka Wi-Fi is a now must have in every home where you have a mobile handset or a smart TV or a TV with an Android box or somebody in your house doing work from home or study from home or any number of applications. I have seen in villages jewelry shops putting up CCTV with an FTTH and leaving the jewelry shops open in the lunchtime and watching that CCTV footage at their home. In the villages I am talking. So therefore the penetration going up to 55% we have achieved in one geography. If I say we have to achieve 20%, I am conservative in setting of the targets. The next success mantra is whatever you are planning, you have to execute it faster, at a fast pace. Because we are not the alone to serve the customer. There are many players, local, Indian, pan-Indian, and time to come, global also, when this LEO satellite services sets in. So therefore, faster we are able to achieve, faster we will have dominance in the market, faster you will have a sustainable revenue share. You are required to make efforts to reach 5, 10, 15, 20%. After you reach 20% penetration, you don't have to go to seek the customer. Customer will be coming to you seeking the services. And that is when I call that the business has become sustainable. It has got its own equilibrium so that now it can further grow and you can concentrate on how to add value to it. And when I say that it is not only simply FTTH putting to the retail customers, there are lot many potentials for our services in terms of providing the SIP connectivity, providing the value-added services, where the actual physical work still remains the same, laying a fiber from the nearest point of presence to the customer premises. But that fiber, that magical, wonderful fiber can take host of services which are charged differently to the customer, while the maintenance efforts remains the same. The revenue to the partner, the revenue to the Bsnl is all based on the software configurations which we do in our system. So it becomes a very important part if you want to maximize your revenues from the effort which you are putting up by laying a physical fiber right up to the customer premises. Our journey had been successful because of lot of digital IT systems, digital IT innovations, which we have been doing continuously for last 5 years. I thank all my partners and BA teams who have raised the requirement that, sir, now we want this. If this happens, probably we will grow more, probably we will grow faster, probably it will be more easier for us to concentrate on business than on some petty issues. And thanks to the team of ITPC and BBNW that they have, and of course some IT teams from the circles also, especially mentioning Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra who have developed, and Punjab who have developed some IT innovations which are now pan-India implemented. And so we are able to change the complete system in last 5 years' time, just to make it easier for our teams to deliver services, just to make it easier for our partners to interact with BSNL, and just to make it easier for BSNL to effect the revenue share payments to our partners. Going forward in 24-25, we are going to have some more innovations. As we always want, customer first is our mantra. So customer related few innovations we will be doing in this financial years. Some have already started at a POC stage in somewhere, and some have already started pan-India basis also, but they need to be propagated, promoted and popularized across all the sectors, whether it is customers, partners, our own field teams, our own VA heads, our own circle teams. First is we are going a very big way implementation of something called TR069. It's a technical term. Few only understand what does it mean. Even I was not aware of it 3 years back when I heard it for the first time. It came from someone who belonged to some other TSP, some interaction was going on. So, he narrated this is all is possible. And then when I spoke to my team, few members of my team knew what it is. And last 3 years we have been trying. Now we have reached to a stage that we have already started implementation in Trivandrum BA and Kerala Circle, and we have a plan to roll it out pan-India. What does it actually do? It gives you a complete window of how a customer is using our FTTH services. Whether he is using for his Wi-Fi, whether he is using for his TV viewing, how many devices are concurrently connected, what is the requirement of customer speed, how much speed he has actually subscribed, whether he is having a proper router or our ONT position, whether his house is big or small, which can be served by a single bed ONT, dual bed ONT, or he needs some routers. All that information is made available by the system on a real-time basis, peeping into the customer's ONT. And that gives a very important tool for two types of customers. One, who are complaining. So we are able to resolve their complaints by exactly knowing whether the issue is faced within his house or whether the issue pertains to something which is beyond his house towards partner or towards partner to Bsnl media link. Second, there are much more customers who don't complain, but they get frustrated with the services. And then one fine day when they get an opportunity to switch over or look for some alternate arrangement for their data requirement, they silently switch over. And it will be very important for all the field teams to proactively reach out to these customers by this TR069 implementation. So it's going to be a very big game changer only when all our teams in the field are able to understand what it is and are able to communicate with the customers. The second is we have already gone for the higher speeds in our existing plans starting from April 1st. So that will give us an edge towards our services. And because lot of equipment for increment of the capacity of data handling has already been commissioned, more is already in the pipeline on site already delivered. So we are confident that we will be able to sustain the higher speeds. The second important thing is the data business is not something like voice business, because there is no dedicated pipe assigned to any customer or for that matter any network element. So 24 hours capacity which we have is not utilized for half the day out of 24 hours on 12 hours time. By increasing the speed, I am able to give chance to those customers to get better speeds when my pipe is not fully occupied, and which is almost 50% of the time in a 24-hour span. Somebody uses in the morning time, somebody uses in the evening time, somebody in night, somebody in day. Requirements of different users are different. So this increasing speed with the same capacity also is going to help those customers who are using it in the off-peak hours. Moreover, as we are increasing our bandwidth pipes and capacity, this is going to benefit all the customers for that 24-hour window. Third, we have started, I was happy to see 18004444 in all the leaflets and banners which I have seen in Kodai Canal, starting from that toll gate where our e-pass was checked. This is a very useful tool. And when I say there are two types of customer, one which complains, one which doesn't even complain. This is important for those customers who doesn't even complain. Why? Because I want to know what issues the customer is facing. And giving a WhatsApp message today is the easiest, simplest, and most user-friendly mechanism to hear from the customer. 2 days back, I was speaking to somebody. Somebody from Assam spoke to me. Some army area, cantonment area. He was the head of the area. So he was not knowing that this facility exists. He was complaining me for some services. I said, sir, have you made any complaints on a WhatsApp? I said, sir, how can I make a complaint on WhatsApp? I send a WhatsApp to your GM. I don't know whether he responds it or not. I said, no, you don't have to send WhatsApp to my GM. You have to send WhatsApp to a number 1800-4444. He said, sir, I was not knowing this. Now onwards, I'll go. I said, just say hi. You will have a menu. You will be able to see host of services, including you can make complaints as to what is your problem. The important point is, once the customer is able to complain, we'll be able to know what issues are actually my customers is facing, in which areas I want to work, because they can be different in different geographies, and it will not be on a hearsay basis. It will be a real feedback from our customers. And because we have this mechanism, we are going to start, we have already started, I think, the feedback from the customer. Once the complaint is closed, he will be able to rate the services, and by which we will have another mechanism to reward our partners who are getting 5-star rating. Just like any other online platform, we want to also upgrade based on the customer's rating for rewarding our partners. Then another new thing which we are trying is the auto configuration of the customer whenever a new customer is provisioned, for IPv6, for voice, for all the things, so that it's a minimum job which is required to be done by partners team at the time of provisioning to the customer. There will be many more coming in this year. These are the ones I am able to count and list to you, which I will be doing for the customer care. The second important criteria is the interface between partner and Bsnl. So we are going in for a change in the payment to the partner, which is right now going through the wallet. And whenever my single customer makes payment on e-portal or an online payment, the partner gets the revenue. But if the customer doesn't make an online payment, the partner gets the revenue only after he submits the invoice, which is published in the following month. We are changing it, and we will be making 2 times in a month payment to our partners. We have fixed up on 25th of the month and 10th of the month, because by making it on 25th of the month, maximum revenue is collected, and everything will be paid into partner's account directly. And of course, the publishing of invoice and publishing and submission of invoice once a month mechanism will be continued as a third payment for the leftover amounts which are not yet claimed or which are left over. So complete payment mechanism will be changed in coming months. We'll be starting with Haryana from June 1st, and then we'll put it to all the circles. 2 major reasons. One, when I interact with my partners, there are very few partners who are systematic in their approach of checking as to what revenue share they are actually getting. And because it is coming in individual customer payments, with the consolidated payment twice a month, you will be able to know that actual how much is the revenue you are earning out of it. So how much you are required to grow for making it a break-even and a profitable business. The second is RBI is changing the regulation, and probably therefore on each payment partnering amount to the customer account will become difficult from first week of June and onwards. So therefore, this change in the mechanism of the payment to the partner will be a very big ease of doing business, and also will be as per the regulatory compliance without putting partners into a delay in the payments. The third is the digital e-agreements. We are already at an advanced stage of implementing the complete onboarding of the partner and the agreements, whether it is new or it is renewal, on the digital platform. There will be no stamp paper signing. It will be all e-stamp paper, digitally signed by partners and Bsnl both. So it will have a standard terms of contract, uniform across all India, and standard mechanism how partner and Bsnl interaction is going to be in the future. Another new thing which we are trying, we have already started in one of the circles, is an online real-time feasibility model. Whenever a customer's request come, just with the let-along of the customer, a complete detail of how the partner has to run the fiber to the customer, how much fiber, from which splitter, from which OLT, how much distance the customer has, everything will be known to you. There will be detailed deliberation during the day for this facility. The last thing, because everything has been revolving around the IT system, so we are now announcing a new award from this year onwards, which is Bsnl CFA Gold Award for IT Innovation, and it will be there for all the teams in the circle, in ITPC, in BBNW, or even with our partners. There are few partners who have implemented good IT system for their own management. We will like everyone to contribute into this, and the one which really changes and revolutionizes will be given this CFA Gold Award for IT Innovation from 24-25 onwards. Lastly, before I conclude, I will put a ultra short-term target for Tamil Nadu Circle, that this is the last Monday you are below 5 lakh. Before next Monday, you should cross 5 lakh FTTH connection customer base. I am sure and confident that before next Monday, you'll be able to cross. I can take a thumbs up from him. So today we have only one circle in this bracket, Kerala. So they'll be given a very good competition from Tamil Nadu, and I want this disease of crossing 5 lakh to spread across circles very fast, so that we can have a celebration for each of such circles. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, sir, for that enlightening and truly inspiring talk. And thank you once again for your words of appreciation, which means a lot to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the inaugural session. Once again, we thank our chief guest and our honorable CGM. I request them to kindly take their seats as we move on to the next session. Once again, a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to highlight the enlightening technical sessions that await us, truly brainstorming sessions. Experts in their respective domains, including CGMs and GMs from various circles, will serve as distinguished speakers and moderators. So please remain seated. We have 4 technical sessions happening here, beginning with delivering high quality services, followed by smart home solutions, BharatNet empowering the rural economy, and FTTH network and cyber security, all important topics. And we have a panel of distinguished speakers and moderators to chair and talk to us. So let's... move on to the sessions. The first session, as I was mentioning, and as you already know, is delivering high quality services. And to chair the session, we have Dr. C.P. Shubha, General Manager, Salem, one of the most dynamic general managers of Tamil Nadu, and she is well known to the entire FTTH community. Her contributions have been well acknowledged by Bsnl corporate team, and we have the most apt person here to chair the session of the significance, delivering high quality services. A very hearty welcome to Madam Shubha. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Madam to the dais. Over to Madam for her opening remarks.
Honorable Director CFA, Sri Vivek Bansalji, respected GM CFA Vivek Dua sir from Bsnl Corporate Office, respected CGMs from all circles, respected PGMs, GMs, senior GMs, AGMs, SDs, JTOs from all circles, the Bharat Fiber Champion Leagues who are present here, all BSNL partners, the award winners of BFCL, Bharat Fiber Champion League, and all my other colleagues who are present here. A very warm welcome again and a very good morning to all of you. So I am Dr. C.P. Shubha, GM Bsnl, Salem BA, going to host this first session on delivering high quality services. So, before going to the session, BSNL was established in 1st October 2000, and it is the jurisdiction of, it is coming under the jurisdiction of DOT, which is under the Ministry of Communications, and we started giving high quality services right from 1990 when we had the landlines being launched. So we are establishing high quality services right from the beginning, right from landlines, broadband and ILL circuits. Then our GSM 4G, we are giving 4G in all circles. We have started already, we have launched, and through USO we have also launching 4G in all circles. So we are establishing high quality services, and the highest quality of service which we are providing is the FTTH. And FTTH, as you all know, has crossed nearly 38 lakhs connections, 38 lakh customers we are having, and we are having a OFC of about 7 lakhs 9,000 kilometers, and yes sir. And we are having around 52,322 OLTs, and by this we are providing high quality services. And we are also moving into high quality services by introducing the MAN equipments recently. So with this high quality equipments, we would like to ensure that we will be providing a very good high quality services in BSNL in the forthcoming years to come. So now I would like to call our session speakers onto the stage. So I would like to call our respected CGM TN Circle, Sri D. Tamilmani sir, who will be delivering on high quality services to the stage. I would like to welcome our respected CGM sir. Next will be our PGM Trivandrum, Sri Saji Kumar sir, who will be delivering on TR 069 implementation. Welcome, sir. And next will be our founder and CEO, Lepton Software, Dr. Rajiv Sharaf. He will be delivering on mapping connectivity, maximizing broadband potential network access fiber, FTTX lifecycle management solutions. Welcome, sir. Next will be proprietor, innovative systems and logistics, Sri T.K. Rajan. He will be delivering on marketing of FTTH. Please come on to the stage, sir. Yes, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Next will be our respected CGM AP Circle, Sri M. Sheshachalam, sir, delivering methods to improve MTTR. Welcome, sir. Yes, sir. So now we will go on to the presentations by our... Nothing. Okay. Now I would like to give a brief introduction of our first speaker, our CGM. Saji sir. I would like to call upon PGM Trivandrum, Sri Saji Kumar sir, to present the first session. A little introduction about Saji Kumar sir. Sri R. Saji Kumar did his BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from College of Engineering, Trivandrum. He belongs to 1988 batch of ITS, and he worked as a scientist C in Space Application Center, ISRO, before joining Indian Telecom Service. As a divisional engineer in Quality Assurance Circle of DOT, he has a vast experience in the evaluation and testing of fiber optic systems, digital transmission systems, and digital switching products. He worked as an area manager, Tellicherry, Kannur, DGM Operations, Kerala Circle, as DGM IT, Broadband, Kerala Circle. As DGM Broadband, he was responsible for the initial deployment of broadband in Kerala Circle, including the RPR-based aggregation network. He has also worked in the development and implementation of CRM and CRP-based platforms in Bsnl Kerala Circle. As additional GM, broadband planning in Bsnl corporate office, he was responsible for the implementation of Pan-India MPLS and broadband network of Bsnl and implementation of e-governance projects such as NMICT of Ministry of HRD. He also assisted CDOT in the specification, finalization and network architecture design of routing family of products. As Director IT in Telecom Engineering Center, Department of Telecommunications, and is responsible for the preparation of standards under various products like MPLS routers, Ethernet transport equipments, servers, storage systems, IP interconnects, time synchronization of IP networks, and other IT and Internet protocol products and systems. He was working as PGM Bsnl Nagarkoil business area from 2017 to 2023. He was responsible for the operations, development, marketing and services of BSNL. During his tenure, BSNL Nagarkoil business area became #1 business area in the country in terms of revenue growth, mobile network maintenance and FTTH growth. Presently, he is working as PGM Trivandrum BA with effect from 19/3/2023. Within a short period of time, many parameters, verticals in this BA have reached top positions in all India as well as circle levels. I would request our PGM Trivandrum to present his presentation on TR 069 implementation. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam, for the nice introduction. Respected Director CFA, all my other senior officers who have come over here, my dear colleagues, the award winners. Right now we'll be discussing a little bit about TR69. Since the time is very short, I will quickly go through the presentation. As such, in the opening remarks itself, our beloved Director CFA has indicated about the importance of TR69, how to manage the home devices, and also the auto provisioning, especially for voice as well as IPv6. So in this ground, TR69 plays the most important part, and the system which we have developed, we call it as Bridle, and the implementation is basically to talk about what is TR69. TR69 is a standard developed by the Broadband Forum, and it is the technical report 69 for the WAN management, CP WAN management protocol. So the TR69 enables service providers to remotely manage and troubleshoot the CPEs, that is the ONTs. So in our implementation, we have two servers. One is the auto configuration server, the ACS, as well as the application server, which is sitting behind. Next. So coming to the next one, the ACS, how it functions is as per the TR69 standards, the CPE or the ONT reports to the ACS at regular intervals which can be set in the CPE, and at that particular point when this CPE reports to the ACS with a bunch of parameters, typically the single band ONTs etc. reports around 1400 parameters to the server, and when it comes to the double band ONTs it reports around 4000 parameters to the server, and on regular intervals it updates the number of parameters which it is wherever there is a change, it updates the information to the server. So during this process, if at all any parameters are required to be updated in the CPE, that can be updated remotely from the server. Also this particular mode we call it as the connectionless mode, and there is a connection oriented mode wherein at required intervals the server also can talk to the CPE and modify the CPE parameters. So this helps in managing the entire parameters what can be set in the CPE, and also have a clear visibility of the connected devices inside the CPE, and then what is the receive power at which each and every connected device is connecting to the CPE, and then we can advise this customer, okay, this is how you do, or this is how you configure, or there is different modes of Wi-Fi, and we can tell the customer, okay, this particular device is connected on this particular mode, and the other modem, this say TV is connected on some other mode. So you change the location, then or change the location of the modem, then the performance of the devices inside the house will be improving. So that way it is having a beautiful set of use cases which can be done. It's a big set of things where over a period of time we can develop and incorporate lot of features. Right now, whatever we have designed is a starting phase. So, connection request is a process where connection request is a process where the CP as well as the ONT will be communicating. There is a connectionless architecture where when the ONT reports to the server modifies the ONT parameters, or in a connection oriented architecture, the ACS directly talks to the CP. Next. So, different CP methods. What are the CP methods which are available, which can be accessed by the server? Like server can set parameter values, server can get parameter values. Like that, there are so many. Then server can do the reboot. Server can do the download. That is, it can upgrade the ONT. So a lot of standards are available. Then there are certain events at which the ONT reports. The very first event is when the ONT say first time doing the installation. So first time when the CP contacts the server, it is called the bootstrap. Then whenever there is a restart of the ONT, it is called a boot. And there is something called a periodic, wherein we can set the periodicity at which the ONT has to report to the server. That is called the periodic. And there are so many other events at which the ONT typically talks to the server. So now coming to what is the need for TR69 and BSNL. It is for increasing the visibility of FTTH customer data, to enhance the end user experience, which I have already discussed, to automate provisioning with proper configuration, and also the last one but not the least, that is the validation of the ONTs. That is, we have now said that the ONTs which are to be introduced into the BSNL network are to be MTCTE approved. And also these ONTs are to be TR69 compliant. So these ONTs are to be restricted into the network, and that also can be managed through the TR69 implementation process. So there can be multiple scenarios, as I was telling, that the Wi-Fi issue, there can be different people who are using the Wi-Fi in a house, like one person who is watching the TV, another boy who is using the or doing some applications or something in the games or something in the mobile phone, and another person who is doing work from home. So the different people, at what is their speed requirement, at which zone these people are, these things can be seen from the TR69 server, and if required, we can say that, okay, this particular TV, it requires a huge bandwidth, so this particular TV has to be moved to N zone, or this particular laptop is sitting little bit away, so it has to be moved to the G zone or something like that. This type of advice can be given to the customer for having a better customer experience. And many FTTH faults arise due to improper ONT configurations. So many a times, all these cases require somebody to go to the customer premises, and then you have to modify the customer parameters. Typically what happens is, I can show you some statistics also, that the voice parameters configured in the ONT in our network is something like around 70 to 75%, and it varies from circle to circle. And many times the customer says that, okay, now give me the voice, and at that time to configure the voice parameter, somebody has to go to the house. Now with this TR69, this voice parameters can be configured remotely. Another thing is like IPv6. So IPv6 is to be configured now in each and every ONT. So imagine this 50 lakh ONTs or 50 lakh houses somebody has to visit and then configure. That is a very difficult task. So all these things can be done remotely by the server, and that too many of the processes can be automated. At a batch process it can be done. So this is a very huge advantage what this process is going to give us. So Bsnl is our TR69 based application server. So in our implementation, we have the ACS as well as the Bsnl server. In this, there is a periodic information exchange which is happening through the internet, and there is an initial configuration, auto configuration, which can be done through a VPN also. But this is something which we are not insisting right now. Over a period of time, when the people get used to the services, then we can do this auto configuration. Right now, see around 10 models of ONT, we can do the entire full stretch of configuration of the ONT remotely by giving a standard ONT configuration. Just in the ONT, give a standard set of configuration, then all the CP parameters will be remotely configured. So that type of a feature we have. We have the full set feature, but we have not implemented because there is a little bit of a confusion in implementing with the field units. So that we will be releasing after some time. And here in the other side, there is a maintenance side where the different ONT parameters can be monitored, and in case some parameters are required, it can be modified. So here the GU supports all makes, models, versions of most of the makes, models, versions of ONT. Something like today we are supporting around 200 makes and models of ONTs which are reporting to the ACS. And these 200 models can be viewed, and their parameters can be edited in the system. See, we can view the ONT parameters, we can have alerts on critical parameters, edit, modify parameters, remote software upgrade, reboot. Reboot is another issue where we are finding that in an ONT, over a period of time, the memory usage increases, and when the memory usage reaches some particular critical position, something like more than 95% of the memory when it gets utilized, then the CPU performance degrades. So we can point out, okay, these are the CPUs where the memory usage is going very high. And those ONTs, we can remotely also reboot, something like in the night time or something like that, we can reboot those ONTs. That is something which we have already tested, and we are listing out the list of ONTs which are having this higher memory usage. And this is one of the very big feature, native die opening. See, there are sometimes we may not be able to 100% modify the ONT parameters from the TR69 server. Then we have a very special feature wherein the customer's ONT guy can be opened from here. And then once the guy is opened, then all parameters which are there can be straight away modified from here. Then voice configuration, then locking the ONT is something which feature we are going to implement. Then usage volume monitoring, we can monitor what is the usage volume, that is say between the last reboot onwards, what is the usage volume of the customer, what are the connected devices. Then ONT auto configuration, on-touch configuration, this also we supports more than 10 models. Next. It is a totally an in-house developed solution. No client software is required. And IPv6 migration also, we can do the IPv6 configuration through this. So this is the current implementation model where we have application server as well as the ACS available at SDC Hyderabad. We have one set available at Trivandrum also. A little bit of a firewall upgradation is required at SDC. Then we will be going with more numbers into the network. Next. So the workflow is CPU reports to the ACS in regular intervals in the inform. User get details about the list of reporting CPEs and their status. Then update requests by the users are processed by the Bridle. Whatever request is coming, update request is, then it is queued, and whenever the CPE reports, then the update request is processed. So because of the lack of time, I am not going into the demonstration, but the site can be accessed through this. Next. So our implementation strategy goes in this way. We have divided the ONTs into 3 categories. First one is all fresh CPEs to be configured for a new connection. So we want all these CPEs to be configured on the day of installation itself with the TR69 parameters. That is first one. And second one is if the ONT as well as the OLT, both of them have same set of chipsets, then it is possible for configuring the ONTs from the OLT. There is certain methods available. We have already given a very elaborate help section where how to do this. So through this category B of ONTs can be configured. Then category C is the heterogeneous type, where we may have to have some discussion with the OEMs, etc. Or otherwise we have to go to the customer premises. So we hope category A and B, we can reach around 50% of the ONTs balance. We have to see how to go about. Next. So right now we have this migration. We have completed the entire south zone. Last Saturday we have migrated Karnataka. Last Friday we have migrated Karnataka circle also. Next, for going with the west zone, we would like to have the Whale Cloud integration that we thought we want to do it during this month, so that we can further go ahead with the implementation of west, and as such we can go ahead with the implementation of north as well as east, where there is no. Okay, so this north and east as such, there it is FMS only is working, so their implementation we don't have any issue. West only Whale Cloud integration will be required. And as such, for going ahead with the category B, homogeneous type, basically SDC firewall, there is a limitation at present. So this firewall, once it is upgraded, then we will go ahead. And the last one is visit to the customer premises to configure, or we need to have some technical solution in consultation with the OEMs. Next. So current status right now for the south zone, this is the status which was on 15.5. We have around 59,000 or around 60,000, that is 3.2% of the ONT is reporting, where Kerala circle we implemented first, where it is around 8%. Then Tamil Nadu is around 1%. So we request all the circle heads to please instruct for increasing these numbers, especially to do the homogeneous type, which can be done where the complete details are given in our help desk, and further any assistance is required, our team is always help you with whatever configuration methods required. Next. So we are moving towards 100% ONT onboarding. All new provisions to be onboarded by 31/7. All new connections further will be MTCPE, SET and BBNW approved, make BSNL locked. ACS compliant ONTs only will come into the network. So this homogeneous as well as non-homogeneous I have already discussed. Next. So finally, what is required to be configured in the CPE, that I will just have a brief look at it. This is the old FMS flow. where ACS is not involved in the picture, and the bottom one is the new flow where TR69 server also is involved, where when the LCO completes the provision, at that time the ONT will report to the TR69 server. TR69 server will take the MAC ID from the TR69 data and pass it on to the FMS. FMS will do the validation and then we will complete the order. That is the new flow which is now implemented. Next. So we have CP with actual configuration. MAC validation, it is basically done by the FMS. ACS captures the data, pass it on to the FMS. FMS does the MAC validation. Then there is a default configuration. Currently it is optional, where we can do the 100% configuration of the ONT by the ACS itself. Next. So the simple configuration required in the ONT is only this much. There is a ACS configuration page where ACS URL, username, password, inform interval, and periodic inform. Only this much is to be given. Very simple configuration, nothing more. Next. And yeah, this is the one configuration page for one typical ONT make. Next. And then in the main configuration page, there will be, generally it will be configured for internet. This has to be changed to TR69 internet. That's it. This is the only thing which is required. Balance will be managed from the server. Next. So it will say upload success. Next. So in the FMS, we have made the modification where in the FMS flow, if the ONT is not reporting, FMS will give this type of an error message. Next. Then once the ONT is reporting to the ACS, then ACS will inform the FMS, and FMS will say ACS verified ONT, MAC is successfully validated. Next. Auto configuration. So auto configuration is a feature which we have implemented, wherein the entire CP parameters can be configured centrally by the server. So this there also configuration is exactly the same, except for the last we asked the franchisees to give the telephone number as well as the VLAN. Next. So there is a standard username and password and the VPN configuration which is required. Once it is given, then the CP, when it is reporting to the ACS, it will fetch the complete configuration parameters from the FMS and then do the complete internet, voice, Wi-Fi, IPv6, all the configurations. Entire configuration will be done by the ACS. Right now we can do for 10 models. Next. Yeah, this is on the auto configuration. Next. Yeah, there is an auto configuration monitoring window where it will show the live status of the auto configuration. This don't require any login also. Next. Next. Yeah, so what we are heading to is a secure FTTH network free of unsecured ONTs, connecting all ONTs to ACS through TR69, ACS data analytics and enhanced end user experience, automatic provisioning with untouched ONTs. So this is where we are heading towards. Next. Yeah. See, like one such application is like customer buys an ONT from the market, which is an approved make, scans a QR code in the application, then immediately it can fetch the entire details and configure the ONT. So that much, that stage we can do it. It is possible. So again, I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to present before you the TR69 application. Thank you.
Sharaf, founder and CEO, Lepton Software. Lepton Software was established in 1994. It's a renowned geospatial intelligence company, specialization in providing technology solutions for the telecommunication industry, encompassing wired and wireless network, and it is ISO 9001-2008 certified company. Lepton provides a wide range of products and services, including state-of-art GIS solutions, remote sensing, RF mapping, and location-based solution. specially tailored for the telecommunication industry. So I would like to give a small note on of the speaker. Dr. Rajiv Sharaf is a visionary business leader and a renowned entrepreneur, currently serving as a founder and CEO of Lepton Software, a leading geospatial intelligence solutions provider. Under his leadership, Lepton Software has provided digital maps to India, has grown rapidly, and has now established itself as a trusted partner for several Fortune 500 companies. He is an IIT Kharagpur and Vanderbilt University alumni. He is also an advisor and angel investor for many upcoming startups and business. Currently, he serves as a board of governor member at the National Institute of Technology, Delhi. And he's also a sports lover. He's an avid cyclist and a squash player. I would like to call upon our CEO, Lepton Software, to give his address. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello. Can you hear me? Thank you. I'm really glad to be here. As a kid, all of us, we had a connection from Bsnl and, erstwhile from the DOT. I never expected that the day will come and I'll be sort of giving a talk to people who actually made that connection possible for us. I'm talking almost 40, 50 years back. And, it was a strong brand. And still today, I think the BSNL is a very, very strong brand and very trusted by millions of, customers across the country. And earlier in the day, we heard, Director CFA sir talked about how in Lakshadweep, more than 50% of the connectivity, almost 55% of the houses are connected by BSNL. That's a huge number. I think really we should be all proud of what BSNL has done, across the country. But we need to understand that when you get trusted by the people, the trust comes with a lot of expectations. They have huge expectations. And primarily those expectations can be categorized into two parts. One is that people expect in today's world a high-speed broadband connection. And the second thing is that if there is a problem, the problem is rectified or at least addressed quickly. Or if I am a new customer, if I make a request, my request is handled quickly, I get a response quickly. And that's exactly what the private operators are doing and trying to acquire customers from other operators. These are two things that we need to understand. And this is where I think the Lepton software comes into play. We basically provide solutions which allows you to sort of automate your complete, FTTX life cycle. And through automation, we allows you to plan, manage, operate your network, and meet the SLAs that you have conveyed to your customers. The SLAs could be in terms of availability, SLAs could be in terms of response time, or MTTR, whatever it is, the SLAs that you do. And that's what is there. And so that's what we do. In order to meet the SLAs, there are three things that you need to know. The first thing that you need to know is where is my customer. The second thing that you need to know is where is my network. And the third thing that you need to know is where are my people. Right? And wherever the word where comes into play, the location comes into play. And wherever the location comes into play, I think a map comes into play. And when the map comes into play, a GIS comes into play. And when GIS comes into play, Lepton comes into play. And we'll talk about how a GIS solution can help you. To just walk you quickly about the Lepton software, I've been given only 10-15 minutes. I'll try to be quick. We have been in the business for more than 30 years. We have customers in more than 25 plus countries. We have a global footprint. We have offices in India, US, UK, Singapore, and Dubai. It is a completely, the name may sound global, but we are a 100% Indian company. I'm the founder and CEO of the company. And we have more than 300 people in our team with a dedicated 24/7 support center. Next slide, ma'am. Can I get that? I can do it myself. Which button? Okay, thank you. So there are some of the few global customers, in India, if you talk about the big guys like Jio, Vodafone, all of these guys are our customers. And of course, if you look at neighbors, Dialog, Nepal Telecom, going globally, Safaricom, the big names, we have customers globally. Coming back to, and the whole of, when you talk about the, I talk the SLAs and the expectation, and I think everything starts with the planning, and planning is very, very important. So I'm just quickly walk you through what is the different steps of a, when you talk about life cycle management. The first one is your planning. The second is once you plan, you build out your network, then you do the operation and maintenance of your network, and then you basically start looking at, one of the key things is the client acquisition and the customer experience. And we talked about how TRO 069 is really going to help you in the, customer experience part of it, and I'm going to talk about the other pieces of the whole life cycle. And I think it all starts with planning. And the planning is, as a part of the solution, we do, for the, planning, which is a smart planner, which allows you to plan your both FTTX as well as middle mile networks. And we'll talk more about detail about that. And then once you plan your network, once you have built it out, you want to do an inventory of your network, because everything then depends on the inventory. And once the inventory of the network has been done, you want to manage your field force who are in the field, either for, the service assurance or the delivery part. And then, of course, the service qualification. If a customer calls, you want to make sure that you should be able to respond to his, if a prospect calls, you should be able to tell him whether you can provide him a connection or not, almost immediately. Today the technology exists that you can do it immediately. You don't have to wait for 3 days to respond to him. As a matter of fact, you can even have a self-service portal. The customer can go and put his address and immediately see whether he can provide the service or not. And so I'm going to talk more about the planning part. And just to give you a sense of the planning, it all starts with the planning. Planning is extremely important. When Jio rolled out their whole FTTX network and they had this LCO model, and we helped them plan almost 10 million home passes, which is a huge number, 10 million home passes, in a span of 9 months by using 7,000 LCOs across the country. And that was possible because, of course, they had the data about the existing network, which already in the system, and, then we brought this planning tool. And planning is a very, very complex activity. It's not very simple. It's not something, that can be done very easily. You have to go to the visit to the site. You have different, you need to know where to deploy your infrastructure. There are different geographical variabilities. Sometimes you have mountains, some you have deserts, some you have flat areas, the rural areas, the urban areas, and the ROW guidelines. Some states have different guidelines on ROWs. So all these things make the planning very, very complex. And Lepton Software, actually, to solve this problem, we came up with an engineering solution so that you can do most of the planning sitting back at the office. So basically then we provided this software called Smart Planner, which basically simplifies your end-to-end planning. It basically can take just the demand points as the input, and based on that it can give you a complete fiber plan, the complete capacity plan, your splicing and connectivity plan, and everything happens, and you can do both MDU and SDU, multi-dwelling units and this single dwelling units. So before I go to FTTX, I just want to take one case study that we did for BharatNet, and where we used the middle mile planning. Now, so we looked at one of the blocks, I think the Sikhuabad block, and so when we were talking to one of the existing PIs, and they took the Sikhuabad block and they did the manual planning. And then we went ahead. So the planning had a bit of challenges, right? The existing network was a linear network. And one of the requirements in the new tender is that it has to be completely, a ring network. So while the new GPs have to be connected in a ring network, you have to also convert the existing linear network into a ring network. So that was the requirement. And we took that when we used our, smart planner. And what we found out that the smart planner, of our smart planner compared to the manual planning that the vendor had done, there's almost 13% less fiber requirement. Now that's a huge requirement. If you think it is a huge reduction. If you think in terms of its whole size of the BharatNet project network, which is 300,000 kilometers, even if you take 5% reduction, we are almost talking of 15,000 kilometers. Now 15,000 kilometers doesn't really translate into a capital cost. All of us understands there that in a telco network, almost 50 to 60% cost, or probably more than that, is the OPEX cost. So if you reduce your CapEx, you're actually reducing a huge huge amount of operational cost as well. So I think that's where the planning is extremely important. If you plan your network in a very optimized way, then not only you save on your capital cost, you're going to save on your operational cost as well. And of course, with ESG, I don't know how many of you are following that whole decarbonization. A lot of listed companies are now required to report their carbonization initiatives. And what we have seen that if you reduce a lot of your capital deployments, then you can also reduce on the carbon footprints. So for the FTTX planning, we took the case study as a Thrissur BA. We are working together with them. And so one of the problem statements, while we helped them, we took the data of the existing network and we put into our software, we did the inventory of that. But one of the problem statements they had around 2,500 existing copper subscribers, and they wanted to migrate them to fiber. Now, how many of you here have tried to do a manual planning? Has any of you done trying to migrate your copper customer to fiber? Anybody has done the planning there? Nobody? Like what? So how much time would you normally take if you try to plan a whole SSA to moving from copper to a fiber? Then plan the whole thing out. It took around 30 days, right? So this was the existing georeference network that we got as a part of the our exercise. We got 2,500 addresses, and we were asked to migrate them from copper, to do a plan from the copper to a fiber. We have geocoding technology back in the office. Using these addresses, we could convert them into a lat long. We had auto planning, our tool allowed you to do auto planning guidelines. You can sort of, define in the tool itself what is the primary splitter ratio, what is secondary splitter ratio that you want, what is primary splitter to secondary splitter distance, what is topology that you want, what kind of cable type do you want to use, you want to use 12 or 24 pair, what kind of, cable for your, core network, what is the cable for the last mile. So all this configuration, you just had to give that as an input. And the whole exercise for us, it just took 1 hour. The whole planning of the exercise, the moment we got the addresses, it was all automatic. It automatically, based on the location, it created the pop boundary for you. It marked the limit of the service area for that. Then it created, depending on the customer location, it created different clusters. Of course, if the clusters are not okay, you can do both automated and manual. But the whole exercise, maybe, you may want to manually modify the exercise, this plan. And maybe from 1 hour, it could be half a day or a day. But this is where the value is. And not only that, I think we have compared multiple times, we have compared the manual plans with the automatic plans that tools have developed, and we have seen benefits in terms of reduction of the capex requirements. So it designed the whole end-to-end optical network for you. It created the feeder cable, it created a distribution cable, the splitter, FATs, FDCs, and everything that you want as a part of the solution was automatically created for you. It was all in there. Of course, when you take the plan to the field, you may have to make slight changes and that you do it, but the whole exercise of, and it's also strategically you can see how much time. This is a detailed plan that shows we have solved the location of the customers and how all the fibers are going, how they are going to be connected. Then again, it gives the whole splicing diagram. Everything is there for you. So when you are going to deploy the network, everything up front, the user your field team goes to the field and creates the whole network. Don't have to do something and then update back again into the back office. And this is, again, you get the complete BOM. So you can look at the total cost and see whether, whether we want to do it or don't want to do it. What is the ROI? This is something that happens before you can actually go and deploy the network, right? So this is something that can be done very quickly. Now, one of the other benefits, so once you have done this, I think what the other benefit that our kind of system allows you to do is once you have rolled out your network, we can actually tell you what are the businesses along the corridor where you have your fiber network. And what I'm seeing recently, there's a huge demand that every retail shop, every chota kirana shop today wants a broadband connection because the UPI, all the transactions are going digital. They want broadband connection in their stores. And you can immediately see, sure. So you can immediately see, how much of, which stores, which are the target group, what is the potential that you have along the corridor. Right? So basically at the end of the day, the planning, it can help you in automatic planning and design. You can speed up the planning. It's future proof. I mean, and, you can give your own configurations. Of course, once you plan your network, the whole network can be then taken, once you build out, you can go in the inventory. The inventory is about creating a complete digital twin of your network. Once you create a digital twin of your network, you can do an outside plant view, you can get a field view, you get circuits, you can see rack views. So all the data is at your fingertips. And once you have all this, once you have all this data at your fingertips, what it helps you is actually, when you get a new request for a connection. Once all this data is with you, and the moment somebody calls, the address gets conveyed to Latlong, immediately it can see which is the nearest, you have ONT or LLU, how much, if there's a spare capacity, can you connect to them, if you don't, or whether you can connect to them or not connect to them, what is additional, BOM requirement, all this calculation happens immediately within 5 minutes. And that's how you can respond to your customer. So at the end of the day, a solution like ours, basically can help you with 80% in the field feasibility. You don't have to send anybody to the field. You can improve your workforce, productivity by almost 30 to 40%, and of course 75 to 80%, reduction in time and effort it takes for FTTX planning. Of course, once you do all these things, there's overall on the reduction of 25 to 30% in the cost in the overall life cycle. And most important, which is basically underrated benefit, is that you have a much, much better utilization of your inventory today. And it's not with Bsnl. We've seen a lot of customers, they don't even have any idea about how much inventory they have because the whole thing is not digitalized. And that's what our system does. By creating the whole digital twin of your network, we help you digitalize your network. Thank you. I think my time is over as well. Thank you very much. No problem.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable address, and you have given a very good presentation on how to reduce our, how to implement our fiber network very fast, etc., and reduction of cost, etc. So thank you very much, sir, for your valuable address. Now I request our respected CGM, sir, Tamil Nadu Circle, to deliver his lecture on high quality services. Before that, I would like to give a brief profile of our sir. CGM sir belongs to ITS 1989 batch, and he joined on 14/4/1988 as Group A Officer Scientist in DRDO, Defense, Government of India. Joined as ADET in Department of Telecom on 4/2/1991. And his specialization in DOT was electronic switching of telecom systems. His educations is BSc, BTech, MBA, PGD, HRM, and he has got about 35 years of service in Bsnl now. And he started his career as from 1991. He worked as ADT, and then he has worked in Tirupur, Lucknow, Kadalur, Erode, Tirunelveli, Palakkad, Quilon, Trivandrum, and he has worked as DGM Planning in Chennai and DGM Admin in Chennai, TN Circle, and Director of TEC DOT Delhi, Director New Technology DOT, Director Term Cell DOT Chennai, and he has worked from 2018 to 22 as GM STR Chennai, and 22 to 23 as PGM CNTX and PGM EB Transmission Chennai, and present working as CGM TN Circle. And during his career, he has got various appreciations from CGMs, and there is a big list, but as I don't have time, I am not able to list out those. And he has also undergone a lot of training in various areas, and that also I'm having a list because of the time non-availability. But I would like to just mention a few words as a CGM as he took over in August 2023. Drastic changes happened in the progress of all our regular procedures. New WhatsApp groups were formed for each vertical with all employees except CND. And all verticals were active from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Are active, not where it is active. And also all vertical drastic progress was there, and during our last financial year we showed a good increase in our revenue compared to our last year's financial revenue. And also we have achieved the most special thing of our Bsnl and also this BFCL event, that is the first rank in FTTH provisioning in Pan India. And a lot of improvement has been made in all the in transmission side also, as a PGM transmission also. And he has spoke with our state authorities, and he has done a lot in the waiver of OFC charges for laying in the forest and highways department, and saved lakhs of rupees to BSNL. And his drive is very tremendous, and we have lots more to say on our respected CGM. But again, due to lapse of time, I request our CGM sir to take over the dice. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, respected Director CFSR and my dear colleagues and friends from BSNL family from the entire country. So, for this talk, what we have done is last 1 year interruption data of FTTH in Tamil Nadu circle, SSA wise we have taken. We have analyzed it to find out what are the causes which is impacting the quality of services to the customer. And we found that wherever the OLT time is more, the disconnections were taking place. So we started attacking these various measures to improve the OLT uptime, and by which from 54% disconnection, which took place up to the month of September, we have brought down to 34%. Almost some 20% reduction in the disconnection took place. Most of the issues are all the ground-based issues, mostly on the transmission side, and as well as the infra. These are the two issues which were creating issues. So I have. Can we see the slide? So for the Tamil Nadu circle, I have just made a slide here. The first point is OLT uptime, 98.79. It has come to 99.32 after taking a lot of measures. And various whatever related to FTTH, we have put in this. Next slide. So here, when we are talking about the delivering high quality services, the objective should be, say, 99.9% uptime at all times. That only when we achieve that point, probably the customer leaving us will come down. So that should be the objective. For that objectives only, we have made some plan to execute during this year. And this list of points are all given in the next slide. Next. These are the 11 steps what we propose to do. Already many of the things have already started. We have consolidated all of them to improve the quality services. One is the reliability, is the number one. UPS battery backup is the number one, is the number two issue which we are facing. These are the 11 issues which are all coming in the next slides. Next slide. So here, if you see, almost 57.5% fault failure are due to the tip vendor issue, because as the number of connections are growing, the tip vendor is also not able to manage in most of the places. They are not having much manpower. They are not increasing the manpower, maybe to increase the profitability, etc. So 57.5. Wherever the uptime failure is more, the disconnection takes place. This is our quarter 3 and quarter 4 figure of Tamil Nadu circle. Next. So here, if you see, when the average OLT uptime is best 98.89 means the churn has been reduced to 32.27. Next. So this is the issue. Our tip partners almost in 700 locations out of 4716 OLTs, they are yet to provide the power backup. I had a discussion with this vendor association. They told it in a week's time, because I told that the CFSR is coming to Kodai and there is going to be a program like this. Then they told that they will solve all these 700 locations in a week's time. So I will be interacting with them to see that the 700 location will be improved, so that the quality of service also will improve. Next. So the OMC maintenance by tip vendor also, they are facing problem. They are not having qualified manpower and they are having less manpower. That also we are trying to now address them, because we are also giving training to many of the students, polytechnic students under skill development ministry. Government of Tamil Nadu is also paying very huge money. So we are conducting training for the students and ask the tip vendor to come and select the people from that polytechnic students. I think some good progress may be there, because shortage of qualified manpower in this area is a major bottleneck. Next. Reliable transmission media. This OLT is, if it is in ring, it gives a good reliability. So out of 36.3% OLTs, 96% is on ring, which are more than 100 connection, less than 100 connection, 63.7. Totally about 819 OLTs in Tamil Nadu circle is not on ring. This slowly we are trying to bring it to ring using the tip vendor fiber. They are also ready to give. They are coming and telling we will give free of fiber to make the ring, because OLT uptime, if it is ensured that the customer will be happy, or TANFINET or something, we wanted to create a ring for that. If this is improved, our reliability of the OLT will improve. Next step 5. The NNI links, network interface links. In addition to the ring, this is being done in our Coimbatore BA. The reliability has increased. Each CPAN is connected to 2-3 CPAN in various modes. By this, the reliability has increased to 99%. This only 2-3 SSA have done it. Now we wanted to implement in all other SSA. Next. Nodes, rings. As of now, we are having around 356 rings in the circle. This, with the man installation which is going to take place, it will become 3 times. That much bandwidth is going to get created. And on 100G link we are going to introduce, which will be around 39 rings. So this bandwidth crunch, whatever we are facing, is likely to get solved by this MON, which is under installation, sir. Tamil Nadu circle is leading. Almost 65% installation we have already completed. Next. Sir, many of the rings which are working already gone faulty. Our people, over the period of time, they are not rectified, due to which, even though ring is there, system, the OLT getting affected. All those things are, we are trying to rebuild it through fiber retrieval and rehabilitation work. Almost 80%, 8% link are faulty, which we are now trying to, slowly we are trying to rebuild it. This will improve the quality. Next. Port is really a problem today, because CPAN is not there in many of the places. So the port requirement is going to be solved by this MON equipment. 22652, a huge number of port is going to be we will get it in MON equipment, through MON equipment. So this will solve the problem of port. Next. Bandwidth also. So at present, we are having 16,546 Gbps bandwidth. This is going to become 30,000, almost double with the MON installation. Therefore, we are driving very hard to put the MON equipment quickly installed. Next. So these are the speed issues are one of the major issue being brought by the tip vendor in all the OAs. So now we analyze it, sir. Only towards Chennai, as I was telling to you in the morning, sir, only towards Chennai we were having problem that our GMSTR had solved the problem by creating a new route. So therefore, whatever happening due to the road cutting, etc., will not take place. The entire circle speed issues are finally converging towards Chennai, IGW gateway. That is getting solved. One more route also they are trying to establish it. All the speed issues which we listed before this route created by him 2 days back, I told that you are coming, sir. Before that, I wanted him to do it. Yes, already come, sir, Mr. Murthy. Yes, already completed. All these issues almost solved. Next. And these are the total 10 issues. Next. So we had a coordination meeting with, I told all the BA heads to have the meeting with the local STR team to solve the issues. Whatever they have not solved, it has been solved with the CGM STR. Almost some 100 issues we discussed. All these works are all now triggered. It is going to take place in faster speed. Mr. Murali Mohan also has assured. If all these things are carried out, sir, the network will become very good. Next. Sir, mostly in our circle, when we say transmission, the tip vendor transmission issue is there, SSA transmission issue is there, core network issues are there. Core network already we discussed. The tip vendor also we are educating. Coming to the circle, sir, we are having a problem of transmission maintenance. Next slide. Most of the transmission contractors have left BSNL because of when the fund crisis have started. Now whoever is available, they are all small petty contractors. They are very weak financially as well as technically. So therefore, they are not able to manage the maintenance of our transmission network. Earlier, we were having the concept of manpower-based contract. We used to take the contract workers. Our JTOs used to lead it. In STR, it is working very fine. But that has been changed to work contract. Finally, we are given to the work contract that things are not working. That is a major problem for the MTTR is going high, reliability is affected, and OLT problem, BTS problem, every problem is revolving around the transmission issue, which we are now trying to resolve that issue. These are the list of points, problems what we are facing, just for having an idea. Next. The same thing, next. Yeah, next. Sir, if you see the damages happening to our network, almost 11% in Tamil Nadu circle and 16% in the core network is getting affected due to external damages. Next. So here, since 60% of the cable working available in BSNL is more than 15 years old. So therefore, whenever we are doing splicing also, we are having problem. It gets brittle. This issue need to be resolved, at least by, okay. We should resolve this issue by increasing at least putting some new cables. Next slide. Rehabilitation. So next slide. So rehabilitation last year, we planned 320 kilometer. 17 crore. We could complete 92. CMD also called me, sir. Only this parameter, our performance was less, 22%. In all other parameters, Tamil Nadu circle was good. What is the cost? He asked me. I said the contractor problem, sir. Now we are planning about 228 kilometers for this next year. If this is done, network will become good. Next. Yeah. Fiber retrieval also, sir, we have increased. This only will help the fiber to bring the OLT on the ring. Almost 5,000 fiber we could retrieve, which was already, it was only 1,100. Next. FRT team also we increased from 83 to 102. Because the team, if the team is more, the fault attendance time will be less. Next. Sir, we are trying to put artificial intelligence kind of study for the transmission network. All diagram, all transnet detail will put, make a query, which bandwidth require, wherever we need bandwidth or fiber, etc. We are just making a beginning. I hope we will be able to do it. Next. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
So now I would like to call upon TK Rajan of Innovative Systems and Logistics. He came from a business family, and the father is a business manufacturing of water treatment plant and testing equipment. Taking up his parental business in 1983 and with great success on pan-India basis till 1999, established Innovative Systems and Logistics on his own in 2000 and ventured into telecommunication sector in the year 2004 along with projects in rural developments. And Innovative Systems and Logistics as a professionally qualified service provider in mobile telecommunication sector by providing end-to-end services that is civil works, installation of 2G, 3G, 4G of all makes, and also providing O&E services across pan-India to the existing corporate telecom companies. Associated with Bsnl from the year 2020, started with copper maintenance services along with FTTH in Kolkata. Besides FTTH, Innovative Systems and Logistics is professionally extending services by providing technical and non-technical manpower for EI, housekeeping and allied activities like dismantling, reinstallation of some specific equipments in Bsnl, that is in Calcutta TD and West Bengal. Now I would like to welcome our TK Rajan from Innovative Systems and Logistics to give away his speech. Welcome, sir.
Respected CFO, sir. Respected DGM of various circles from Tamil Nadu, also from pan-India basis, and respected DGM sir, PGM sir, all the DGMs, and special mention to my respected Vishnu Panigariji from Calcutta and Mr. Somya Sarkar from Calcutta came a long way just to encourage us. Before I could explain or say or present my mind as what we did, I really do not know whether I belong to this stage amidst a lot of technical presentations here. I still remember a couple of years before when I went to the Bsnl corporate office in Delhi and met Mr. Vivek Dua sir, and asked him, that was the initial stages when we have started our FTTH activities. And he was asking me, how many number of connection you have, like how many customers do you have. So I have mentioned him a figure which I cannot disclose here. He said once you reach a 5 or 6 digit, then you come back to me. Vivek sir, I do not know, he is not here. I'm happy to say that we have received a 5 digit. Maybe next year we will come with a 6 digit. Sir, this is a promise. And thanks to Bsnl, because as Madam was introducing, that we were associated with almost all the mobile telecom operators, as of now working in pan-India basis, all the private operators. And this is the first instance a channel partner or so-called a vendor being called to the stage and honored like this. Thanks to Bsnl. Thanks to Bsnl, sir. We are when they say that he's a partner, they say wholeheartedly and they treat us like this. No other private company will treat a vendor or a channel partner like this. So I'm grateful to Bsnl, all the officials of the corporate office and my circle office, my respected CGM of CTD Calcutta Circle, ROB Circle, and all the DGs who were with us, supported us to bring us here. So let's go how we have done. So how we carried out these activities during the first quarter. First and foremost, till the 29th of March, I do not know that there is a competition going on here. First week of January, my project team was keeping on sending requests for materials. This man is asking for more and more materials, more and more fiber. What's happening? What's happening? I was happy that the progress is on, and I was keeping on arranging for their material request and sanctioning. On the 29th of March, I could see my project manager's face was dull. He was little upset. By 6 p.m. in the evening, I called him, what happened to you? No, sir. I'm very upset, sir. What happened? Sir, there was a competition going on, Championship League, on an all-India basis. Until 29th of March, we were the first. By 30th of March, what happened? He said, sir, something happened. We have become the second. It's okay. Then that is when I came to know about this competition. I took out the data as I was going through. I have gone through the entire data and I have found out the revenue generation from our customers to Bsnl is 90%. And we were the top on that. Ultimately, it is the money that matters, and we were the top person generating money to Bsnl. Be happy with that. So that's how I convinced him. He became happy, and we were here. So let's go. So the basic thing is marketing. I being from a marketing side, I know how much trust has to be given for marketing our services to the customers. So we have identified a core marketing team. We have identified telecallers. We must be knowing there will be so many telecallers calling for credit cards, calling for some donations, calling for so many telecallers. Even when you're on a Zoom meeting, you will get a call from a number, you will switch it off. But here, when my telecaller calls a customer and says that I'm speaking from Bsnl, there is a respect for Bsnl and the customer speaks. And the customer wants to hear what she is going to tell. Or otherwise, even if he's busy, he says that kindly call me after some time. And most of my telecallers are ladies. So ladies communicate better, they are patient. they speak. And I never thought they will also visit the customer. My telemarketing team sometimes goes to the customer with the plans they explain. So that's a core marketing team. And apart from that, the clusters where we were working, we usually regularly conduct marketing camps by which, some of the marketing people will go at different foot landing places. We distribute pamphlets. We got more than 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs pamphlets printed. We distribute all those pamphlets and flyers in our cluster. That also brought us a lot of inquiries. Handbills were distributed. This is one kind of a marketing activity. Then the execution. This is the main, one of the main aspect which we have thought that we should concentrate. We need to have a project man who can be trustworthy, who can be faithful, who wants to be a leader, and who is dedicated. I am really proud to say that I have 2 trustworthy and dedicated people in my organization. One is my project manager, Mr. Shashanko Methi, and another one, MIS and documentation manager, general manager, Mr. Ajitava Chaudhary, and they were working round the clock. They were working round the clock in execution of the project, ensuring that whatever the request caps that were coming into the system is immediately implemented. And from our side, management side, we ensured that adequate materials were provided. And at different cluster levels, we have ensured that there are supervisors there. Sorry, they were supervisor there. So those supervisors have been given targets on weekly basis, monthly basis, and those targets were monitored on a daily basis whether they will be able to achieve those targets in time. If not, they will be, no, it's okay. Oh, thank you. They will be given instructions. And the most important thing is maintenance. So we have a fantastic team of maintenance. Due to inclement weather, sometimes most of the lines goes out of order. We immediately get it rectified. Apart from that, one important thing that we have introduced in our system, that these telecallers, there is a separate wing calling all the existing customers on a phased manner to find out they are happy with the services or not. If not, we would like to better our services. These type of follow-up calls has helped us in getting the existing customer to go to the higher plans, change their plans, and increasing the revenue. I mean, I have no time. I've got a slip. I thought some coupon for some food and all. This slip is to keep my shirt. Once again, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bsnl. Thank you all. Once of all, happy Kodai Canal year. But for rain, we couldn't enjoy. I hope the rain God helps us. Thank you very much.
For your inspiring speech about your company, about your staff who are working very effectively and participating in the BFCL. So really, thank you, sir, for giving a wonderful speech. Now I request our CGM, AP, Mr. Shri Seshachalam, sir, to give away his address. Before that, a small introduction about sir. Sir is a dedicated telecommunication professional with a rich and diverse career spanning several decades. And he was born in Hyderabad, and he's consistently demonstrated his commitment to excellence and innovation in the field. His journey in telecommunication industry began after completing diploma in electronics in 1987. He has worked in Master Control Facility, Hassan, ISRO, and later engineer in ISEC and Bangalore, and he pursued further education, earning a master degree in communication from IIT Bombay. This academic foundation combined with practical experience laid to the groundwork of his impactful career. And Sir belongs to 1989 batch ITS, and he has started his career with MTL Bombay and played a pivotal role in the widespread implementation of optical fiber technology both in MTNL and across AP in various capacities. His career trajectory further evolved when he took charge of establishing the first national-wide call center in Hyderabad in the year 2000, a significant milestone in launching mobile services across the country. He led the implementation of Project Vijay, a transformative initiative in the mobile sector, ushering in groundbreaking changes and advancements in AP. His innovative approach was further evident in the successful implementation of MNP using Samchar Soft in AP, positioning the state at the forefront among all Bsnl circles and other telecom service providers, and recognized by TRI reports. Throughout his career, he has taken up challenging assignments, demonstrating leadership and strategic vision. From serving as GM Mobile in Dimapur to his role as GM Area in Hyderabad and PGM Marketing at Hyderabad, he has consistently driven growth and excellence in every role he played. His unique selling proposition lies in his talent for creative cohesion and high-performing teams and eliminating organizational silos. He believes that a collaborative approach may not only maximize individual potential but also fosters an environment where innovative ideas flourish. And as CGM AP, he is committed in leveraging his team building expertise to drive excellence, foster innovation, and propel our organization to new heights. I welcome Sir CGM AP to give away his address.
Thank you, Madam. Again, thank you, Shobha, for an elaborative thing. I think my PPT is less than this time. So I'm sure that I have 10 minutes, ma'am, or 9 minutes? Yes, sir. So I'll finish it in 9 minutes. So before the slip comes, I'll try to. And this FTTH, MTTR is a very funny subject. Even 0.1 improvement is considered a great improvement. So respected Director CFA sir, all my CGM colleagues, and all general managers, PGMs, and all the officers of Tamil Nadu, and today's people who come here, that is Bharat Fiber champions, for whom this entire function is being conducted. I hope English is comfortable for all of them, because telecom infrastructure partners, it is for you I am actually talking about. Sir, I think I am standing between you and the lunch. I thought this first slide will be better talk about the Dabbawalas. When you talk about high quality services, it is very hard for us to understand what a high quality service means. Just would like to give an example of a Dabbawala who delivers 2 lakhs lunch boxes in Bombay, delivering exactly at 1 p.m. Exactly at 1 p.m. for all the 2 lakhs locations. And for information, in a year, maximum 2 pairs of boxes will get interchanged. That is the level of accuracy the system runs, and it's totally run by unpads. None of them have read anything, and they have found their place in all the management institutes. So when a story is being done with a Dabbawala, with a high quality service, and a Dabba missing, also find a movie name called Lunchbox. So there we say that things are never as bad as they seem. So that's what, even a small error has resulted in a movie. That's what is the service they talk about. So we have to first imagine that we should be able to deliver such type of service. And the service, high quality inter-service, means that it should be reliable and fast and minimal downtime. We call it MTTR, but I call it TRAT. And it should be supported by a robust customer support. And Dabbawala's concept has failed miserably during COVID time. You all know very well. From 2 lakhs it has come down to 2,000 because it is not supported by the technological advancements. And as we have seen in our Bsnl also, with a proper infrastructure investment and a proper efficient management and customer delight, definitely we can make use of this delivering high quality services along with the best TAT. So we call MTTR in our department, but customer calls it turnaround time. From the time customer books a complaint, how long are we taking to resolve it? You go to a Fortune 500 company, he means to ask us how long it is. Even SLA doesn't matter, how long it takes to resolve the complaint. And I'm happy that I'm finding place in front of you, because when the South Zone has been doing excellently well in maintaining MTTR compared to Pan India, AP has been the pioneer in MTTR. And the most importantly, the OLT MTTR, as some of the speaker has told, OLT MTTR is the one which has to be kept in the minimum. And of course, the another important parameter is same-day clearance. If all the tips concentrate on improving the same-day clearance, resolving the complaints in a faster way, definitely the MTTR is going to be minimum. So this is something, the best practices which each and every tip has to follow, and every officer who was linked should follow. That is when together we can achieve. It is not that only tip alone has to do. Entire organization to work for maintaining this MTTR. And these are the few of the issues which, while I go through, will explain. Some is the local lead issues and ONT configuration issues lies with the tip. Of course, Shaji has come up with a wonderful TR069. I think this configuration issues will go all together. And there are other issues like OLT down due to hardware bar power, backhaul and speed issues that has to be jointly resolved by Bsnl backend team as well as the tips. See, first and foremost is most of the tips try to give their own telephone number to the customer, thereby bypassing the whole beautiful system of telephone booking complaint. We need to have that telephone faults booked and then resolved. So that is where that sticker placing on a box, ONT box, will help. First of all, customer land on a system so that we can analyze how fast it is being done. And I found some of the tips who are maintaining a proper fault control center, as some of the tip who was just mentioned, Calcutta tip, and also separate fault restoration and provision team, as well as having a sufficient number of splicing machines and OTDR, are those tips who are actually maintaining their network much better, and also they're able to give good number of connections. But I find some of the tips not having OTDR. They find with trial and error. It is better that we have equipped with the proper things so that you can definitely plan for having a best MTTR, thereby you retain a customer. And one of the tip has mentioned that they are planning their network in a parallel road. Instead of main roads, they have been planning the network in a parallel roads. Definitely their cutting will be less, interference will be less, thereby you will be able to continue the connection longer. So, and this is other things which are common. And the configuration issues, first and foremost, till 69 it is fully implemented, is that the tip should have an education about this configuration issue. It should be continuous, and a regular session should be there. And at the same time, they should be, the tips should be encouraged to use that popular OLTs and popular ONT brands. And we have a number of hardware and power and backup issues can be resolved by having a mandatory UPS at all the OLT locations. And inspections, all of them are driven by the corporate office instructions. When they are meticulously followed, most of the time we'll be able to resolve the issues. The issue is that it is not being followed meticulously everywhere. Maybe somewhere they are being followed, somewhere they are not. That is where the issue comes in. If it is sincerely be followed by all the them as a standard operating procedures by every tip, definitely we'll be able to together achieve a best MTTR. And we have a introduction of a one network team which takes care of escalating these issues to the team for proper resolution. And we have a NOC team to see that whenever the network fails, that is being diverted within 10 to 15 minutes time. These are the things will help a tip to avoid facing problems from the customers regarding speed issues. And we have a network a matrix being updated regularly to avoid SMS going to the wrong person. And this is another most important thing. I think most of the tips are being faced today is the speed issue. Most of the cases, the speed issues comes, 50% can be resolved with the tip taking up in a proactive manner. I think with Tivra app coming in, and Tivra app have the option of this bulk ONT power level download, definitely if it is being properly utilized by the tips, it goes a long way to avoid the speed issues complaint from the customer altogether. There are some of the tips who have been doing this sincerely. We have found that the disconnections come down from them, and they are able to really maintain these connections with the best optimum speed levels. And of course, Tivra have been a greatest happening for BSNL, especially in the CFS segment. With this, people have got a lot of convenience. Even the tips are very comfortable with this. And of course, there are other things which one has to sincerely look into for upgrading and giving an alternate links to it, which enable the OLTs to maintain their inputs. And another, some of the suggestions I would like to place BBNW is not that they are not aware. The most of the issues we have the DNS placed, of course we have in AP Circle 1 being planned in Vizag, but there should be one DNS server at every SCR locations so that the time taken for address resolution will be very much minimized. And also there should be a cache server at every SCR locations so that we'll have a faster browsing experience. I would like to share a small story told by one of our tip. I think it goes handy in every tip and every officer to take up their work seriously. One of the tip when we are called, actually there is a place called Repalle. In Telugu, Palle means a small village. Thank you. Actually, story is beyond this. So Palle is a small village. So he has come from a small village, but still he has given such a good number of connections and went back with a commitment saying that he's doubled the connections in the next 6 months. So, and the story which he has told, which is very much useful for all the tips and also for us, is he says that once a king is watching from his window and he found one of his men lifting a big elephant on his head and then taking it forward. So I thought, he thought that it may be something wrong, he has not seen correctly. And the next day also he found the same servant doing the same work. Then he realizes that he is really carrying the elephant on his head. Then he will ask somebody to bring that particular servant. The servant comes and asks, king will ask him whether are you carrying the elephant. He says, yes, I am carrying the elephant. Then he says, how is it you are able to carry elephant? He says, sir, this elephant when it was very small, I was carrying on my head, and then I used to feed her milk and then water. Now when the elephant has become big, but I don't think it has become big, for me it is always small. He says the work for a tip, when he takes up the work it is small only, but while he is adding connections it becomes very huge. The moment he starts thinking it has become very huge, he will not be able to manage it, other problems come in. He says as long as he starts thinking that it is still small, he can do wonders. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your stories, which was very inspirational. And the Dabbawala story also was very inspirational to us. And real-time example also. Thank you, sir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we had an array of very distinguished panelists and equally brilliant moderator for this session. As a token of our heartfelt appreciation, let us present mementos to them and to do the honors. We have with us Sri Kevlani Govintikam Das, CGM ITPC. I request him to please come to the stage and do the honors. ITPC, the IT project circle of BSNL, is the pillar team providing database, and the kind of data handled by them is simply mind-boggling. I request him to please be on the dais and present the mementos to the speakers. To Sri Sajikumar sir, PGM of Trivandrum. To Sri Tamilmani, CGM Tamil Nadu. He's not here. To Dr. Rajiv Saraf, CEO of Lepton Software. To Sri Sheshachalam, CGM AP. And I invite Sri T.K. Rajan to the dais to accept the memento. From Innovative Solutions, we have Sri Rajan. Innovative Systems and Logistics, we have Sri Rajan here to receive the memento. And finally, to our moderator, Madam Shubha, GM of Salem, receives the memento. We once again thank our moderator and our speakers, and thank you Shri Kevlani Govintikam Das, Honorable CGM of ITPC, for doing the honors. Thank you, sirs. We now move on to our second session, Smart Home Solutions and Cyber Security. And we have two joint moderators for the session. They'll be introduced now.
So good afternoon, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let's quickly move on to our next session. I welcome the moderator, Sri A.V. Sri Kumar, ITS PGM Vellore, onto the dais. A few words about Sri Kumar sir. He's an ITS officer of 1991 batch. As PGM Vellore BA, he is in charge of operations and maintenance of Bsnl telecom network covering Vellore, Ranipet, Tirupattur and Tiruvannamalai districts of Tamil Nadu. Earlier as GM STR Tirupati, he was in charge of maintenance of long-distance optical fiber network of Andhra Pradesh state. He also worked as additional general manager in charge of fixed line network of Meghalaya state. Warm welcome, sir. I would also like to welcome Srimati D. Tilagavati, ITS PGM Pondicherry, onto the dais. A few words about Tilagavati madam. Srimati D. Tilagavati ITS is from 1989 batch. Served in TOT and BSNL in various capacities. Currently, madam is holding the post of PGM Pondicherry. With great honor and privilege, I welcome Sri A.V. Sri Kumar ITS PGM Vellore to take lead of the sessions. Welcome, sir.
A very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests for this session on smart home solutions and cyber security. High-speed internet through optical fiber to the home is becoming available to all the households. Advances in IoT technologies is enabling a number of devices in the home in all spheres, covering home environment, security, entertainment, to be controllable through a smartphone, through the internet. These two developments have opened up great many opportunities for smart home solutions to make our lives more comfortable. Along with automation, smart home solutions comes cyber security. That's why both the sessions are going hand in hand. We have got five eminent speakers covering both the sessions, and who are with us to share their knowledge in this exciting field. So the first speaker is Dr. Sriram Shankar. He is Assistant Professor, Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering from NIT Trichy. I warmly welcome Dr. Sriram. Dr. Sriram is an academician who works on the design and development of next generation hardware systems. He has years of international research experience, and his research expertise is in developing optomechanotronic systems that help us gaze into faraway stars and also help us to characterize nanoscale matter. He is open for industry collaborations, joint product development, joint research and development projects, and consultancy in the field of instrumentation and automation. He's particularly interested in the process of translating the research output into innovative products which will propel a self-reliant India. So, Dr. Sriram.
Thank you. Yeah, good afternoon. So my background is more in instrumentation, mechatronics, and control. So I'm really a newbie in this area of even smart home, automation, and communication, and so on. But still, I wanted to give you a general perspective of what we are talking about when it comes to home automation and so on. So historically, if we look at the evolution of our homes, right? We started all the way from cavemen, and right now we have some modern houses, but we are always jealous of these kings and queens. Okay, so we want to have palaces built for ourselves, like how they have. So how do we do that? So there are so many technologies that we want to rely on. So automation, and then all sensors and mechanization that we have for every task that we can imagine to take place in the home. And how do we want that mechanization to happen as we wish? And in order to do that, we have this human interface, and the way these sensors are generating data, we have to build this infrastructure for handling the data and derive insights. We have to rely on artificial intelligence and machine learning, deep learning, and so on. And finally, we want to do it from wherever that we wish. So we rely on communication systems. And overall, our key priority is security. We don't want an intruder to come home and also to come into our daily lives. So overall, this is what the environment that we are looking into: HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. We want our space to be as comfortable as possible and include elements of green architecture and so on. And we want to have pure air and water, pure air, even if we live in a place like Delhi where we know that pollution is really a big problem. And we want our space to be so comfortable with good lighting, and the food that we want is totally fresh and so on. So for that, in our home, we have so many devices that we have, devices and gadgets that we have connected, and they keep communicating to one central console. So if we look into the front yard, we of course have the video doorbell. We don't even want to ask who's there. Okay, so we just want to look at a screen like this. So therefore we have camera systems and other security systems in place, and also smart lock, which can work based on your fingerprint or other biometrics. In the living room, of course, we have the smart speaker, based on whichever AI assistant is the favorite of yours, Siri, Alexa. And we have smart thermostats. We don't even want to, set the temperature for the AC. We just want to say it out loud, and the room gets comfortable for our the particular temperature that we wish to. Smart bulb. So during the dinner time, we have one particular color to be present in our dining hall. Whereas when we watch a football match, we want some other color to be present. And of course, we have the smart Wi-Fi plug with energy monitoring, about which Mr. Mahesh will be talking in a much more detail. And then we have an indoor cam. So this indoor cam is already quite prevalent in Western countries. So they want to have it as a baby monitor. So they want to know, both the father and mother want to know whether the baby is sleeping properly or not. they don't even want to go somewhere, and so because even opening the door can disturb the baby. So these sorts of devices are already present. And in the kitchen, of course, we want a smart coffee maker, wherein the coffee maker will recognize your voice and give you that favorite cup of coffee based on your customized proportions, right? And then we have smart oven, which sets the grill for that particular temperature, for your whatever that you want to fry. And then smart pressure cooker, so that you can start the process of making biryani before even you reach home. You just set the temperature and the duration for cooking and so on while you are on travel through your smartphone app. And of course, vacuum robot is something that has become very popular. So in the bedroom we have smart air purifier, and then so many smart consoles where you can set everything as you wish. So you have a smart bed where you don't even need a pillow. The slope of the bed itself can be customized, including some heaters which are there at your foot that can provide you some customized heating comfort and so on. So these are the screenshots from the software that controls this sort of this smart bed. It monitors your sleep, how deep it is and so on, and also gives you more lifestyle related insights. We have this baby monitor where it can tell you not only that the baby is sleeping properly or not, but also whether how many inches the baby has grown since the last week. So these sorts of insights might be very useful for example, a lonely couple, a newly married couple raising a kid, okay, for whom they might not have some elders guiding them and so on. So we do have smart toilets which would release certain deodorizing sprays and other UV sanitization and so on based on the frequency that you wish. And you have certain mirrors which would show your face with proper lighting, a customized lighting as you wish. So all of this can be controlled through your smartphone apps. And then of course the gym equipment that can count the number of calories that you are burning. And then you have sprinkler controller for your garden, or even how much time that you want the watering process to be and so on. All of that can be digitized, including a mosquito repellent system. So in the backyard, of course, you have your grill that can be customized, your lawn mower that has been digitized, and also even the pool cleaner and water monitor. So all of this has been made smart. So this is my favorite smart device. So it's a dog camera. It records the activity of dog, and if the dog is well behaved, if the dog wags its tail, then it can dispense its favorite snack at a particular frequency. So you have say an indoor herb garden and some bird feeder which can take pictures of the birds that are visiting your backyard, and the trash can which can respond to your command saying open can or close can or something like that. So apart from these funny devices, we also have the more serious ones that are related to fire detection systems, energy conservation. And if you are having say a captive solar farm or a solar panel within your house, how is it interfaced with the grid? All that can be controlled through smartphone apps. So this is an example of a smart lock, the app interface for that, where you see that not only that the whether you are opening or closing the door can be controlled, but also how you exactly communicate with such a device. So this is how this home automation communication can happen. So here is the router to which we are getting connection from FTTH, and to the router we have some communication console which communicates with all other field devices that are at home in wireless manner. And the home user can directly set the preferences in the console, whereas an online user can connect to that console through an online app and so on. So this is a particular, so in order to implement such communication protocols, we have various ones, including the Ethernet, IP and Wi-Fi, which are more popular, and also all these wireless communication protocols, the exact which choice and so on, it depends on all these parameters, because many of them are competitors to each other. But you can say that in the upcoming future, Wi-Fi will still be the most popular one. So from the home automation console, you have all the information flow directly to the servers that can be situated elsewhere. So in general, all of this is what is called as IoT, Internet of Things. So you will have devices, people from anywhere around the world doing any business and spread across any network to be connected to each other. And for the enabling technologies for IoT are, of course, high-speed, reliable internet connectivity, low power sensors, cloud computing, and all the data analytics and other things that you want to do with the data that you have generated. So once you have such an IoT network setup, not only smart home, you can also do, for example, precision farming, where the exact amount of water that you want to deliver to different crops in your field, that can be controlled through, say, a smartphone app. And apart from, so some extensions of smart home solutions that I see are, firstly in industrial automation and also in implementing smart city project. Like, in order to know about the law and order or traffic situation in a city, we can deploy sensors elsewhere and have a network among them. You can have warehouse shop floor automation and energy savings in buildings and telemedicine and hospital care. All of them you can implement using the technology that you develop for smart home. So I'll just, so in case of a telehealthcare, so this is a very popular hospital in Madurai. They display like not only their physical address but also the IP address, wherein people from elsewhere can connect to and get teleconsultation and so on. We can have remote patient monitoring through the smart home solution that you develop, and also the extension of that could be remote surgeries. So in education, you can have some robotic toys being used by kids that can be controlled through some apps, and that way you can also monitor the education and development of these kids. Yeah, thank you. So it's good. I mean, we are not very far from a situation wherein we will be listening to such an announcement. Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Sriram. That was quite a charming overview of how IoT technology and fiber to the home can, add to each other. The point to note for all our FTTH partners is there is so much of potential now for fiber to reach every home, and the plans also, when more usage is there, higher plans. If Dr. Sriram was from academics, our next speaker is from industry. And this industry academics collaboration is what is the need of the hour for our Atmanirbhar Bharat. I call Mr. Mahesh Lakshmipati, CEO of AIoT Labs, to come onto the stage. So welcome, sir. Mr. Mahesh is a dedicated and results-driven IoT engineer with rich experience in designing, developing, and implementing cutting-edge IoT solutions. He has proven expertise in IoT protocols, sensor integration, cloud computing, edge computing, wireless communication, with a strong track record of successfully delivering complex projects from concept to deployment. Prior to founding AIoT, he was Chief Technical Architect at Data Pattern Chennai, where he designed and implemented end-to-end IoT solutions for diverse industries, including fields of healthcare, manufacturing, and automobile. Prior to that, he was research head at Motorkins Chennai, where he was involved in research pertaining to blockchain in IoT. So, Mr. Mahesh.
Hello. Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks to Bsnl and Mr. Shaktivel for this opportunity and to present to an esteemed audience. And what I figured out was my age would be lesser than most of your experience. So that's where I come from. But I have been on the field for last 6 to 8 years building IoT products. So when I say IoT products, one of the major range of IoT products that we were building was the smart home products. So it started in the year 2018, and we've been building a lot of IoT products, and we have customer base across India, and we typically concentrate on South India. So we serve to customers from South India. Could you go to the next slide? Yeah. How many of you use or have used any smart home products? Here, from the audience? Yeah. Many people would have used this Alexa, smart lights, Google Home. These have been very common right now. So the smart home term has been there for last 2 decades. But it is the time right now that many people have started embracing it. And if you could see, one data suggests that the smart home and the IoT field is going to grow at more than 30% CAGR between 2019 to 2026, and we are already in 2024 now. Many people, many major players in the industries like the infrastructure, the builders, and also appliances, the electrical appliances have already embraced. If you get carefully noticed, many appliance ads that are coming out now on the TV, you could see at least 1 or 2 seconds talking about these connected devices. They would say like, our fan is could be controlled by your from your phone. You could switch on, switch off, you could adjust speed, something like that. So what I mean to say is like, it is time that the smart home is picking up, and that is good. It's good, right? So the Gen Z generation right now requires technology to be upgraded to the max. So that's it. So the next one. Sriram was talking about a lot of IoT products, but to me, at least to the range of IoT products that we have, it could be classified into 3 things. One is for the convenience, another one is for the safety and security, another one is for the lifestyle. I'll just list down things in the first thing. For the convenience range, smart switches, smart appliances, curtain controllers. All these are IoT devices which will enable you to control things like your lights, fans, curtains, and to an extent even the air conditioner. That's why the IR blasters also come in. IR blasters is like, it mimics what a remote does. So you have an IR blaster in the center of the room. you say Alexa that set temperature to 25 degrees Celsius, it mimics how the actual IR remote works, and your existing existing air conditioner sets to 25 degrees Celsius. It's the safety and security. Safety and security, as you know, like IP cameras, lot of CCTV cameras, and other sensors like door sensors, fire sensors, all this comes under this category. Lifestyle, energy monitoring. The typical Indian mindset is to conserve anything, and energy has been a part of our daily lifestyle. So energy monitoring and how to save energy can be actually emphasized with this IoT technology. And if you could know that Maharashtra as a state has already embraced this smart energy metering. So with the energy monitoring, you will be notified what is the actual energy consumption of your home, and the system will also give some insights like how to improve or how to reduce your energy cost. Yeah, next one. I think you can move to the next one. Yeah. The stipulated time, I'm wrapping up certain things. So what are the generic facts that we hear when we go to the customers? First one, do I have to replace the existing switchboard to make my home a smart home? I have a conventional home. I have built up a home, so I want to convert that home to a smart home. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. We have a set of devices which are sleek enough that goes inside the switchboard. It doesn't look, it is not visible from outside, but what it does is it actually converts your normal switches into a smart switches. So, smart home has been a term for riches for so many years, but it's not that way right now. So the smart home products cost have come down drastically up to 80%. For example, for us to automate a 2 BHK home, it almost covers the entire home automation, from your appliances to the IR blasters to control your air conditioners and TVs, to the voice control systems, to the motion sensors, to the automated lights. It actually takes 25 to 30,000. That's it. So it is almost fitting into the budget of every Indian home. And so this is one of the major frequently asked questions that we come across the clients when we pitch our products. So how long does it take to install or to convert a normal home into a smart home? It takes within a day. So it actually is hours of with our engineers coming to your home, it actually takes hours of implementing all those things in your home. Next one. I think you can move to the next. Yeah. What are the challenges that we have been facing in the smart home? One, installation and service support. As I said, I clearly mentioned that we have a presence only in South India. The reason is because this is very similar to how this broadband connection also has been deployed. For example, someone has to go to the home and do the installation so that your home converts to a smart home. So service and installation support is one of the major challenge we face. And second one is lack of stable internet connectivity, which has been a big talk. And being here, I think I'm before the audience who could understand about the stable internet connectivity better. So data security issues, I think the next session is about the cyber security, and I hope that they'll be touching upon this data security things. And the cost, the last one. Cost is almost out of the challenges that we have been facing. So that's the last point of the challenges. Next one. How Bsnl could be a game changer. So the nationwide skilled labor presence, the technicians across the pan-India could enable a faster and an easier deployment of the devices, and also the service support. And in certain homes which doesn't have a Wi-Fi or a broadband connection, people are skeptical, why should I buy a broadband connection only for my smart devices? So in such a case, we have developed a 4G hotspot device, which is a typical 4G dongle, which could be powered by Bsnl SIM only for the IoT devices at home. And extending the existing Bsnl servers to host all the cloud infrastructure makes the entire system Atmanirbhar. So it's a complete system where, because we have been building this from the hardware from the scratch. So with the cloud infrastructure also be in place within our capability, so it becomes complete in-house production, and products could be in economical range. Yeah, that's it. The next one. Yeah, our path actually with Bsnl started back in 2019 when Bsnl and ELCO took an initiative to launch smart home products in Tamil Nadu. I don't know how many of other people would know about this, but there was one part of the Bsnl who were working in this, and we were, during our early stages, we were associated with Bsnl, and that's how it got started. And we thank Bsnl in one way is like, during that time we didn't have this much kind of products. With the Bsnl we travel about like 6 months to 1 year to actually launch the product, which didn't happen as we expected later for lot many reasons. But we were able to develop a lot of products during that time, and we were able to tweak a lot of products to the customers, specific customers. So that's it. So that's it from my end. And if you have any questions, I'm open for it. Thank you. I'm very happy that I've got a question. So I think I got an interaction from the audience. Yes, sir. So it includes, I'm talking about the cost of the hardware also. That's the actual cost at which we are selling it right now, to be honest. The bill of materials, right? One 4 node is, to say, you could control up to 4 appliances. So it is 3-4 nodes covering your 2 bedrooms and your living room, that hall, and a motion sensor for one of your master bathroom, and couple of IR blasters for your living room and your the master bedroom to control your air conditioners and the TVs. That's it.
So thank you, Mr. Mahesh.
Thank you. These are power operated, sir. What we actually typically do is like we remove the switchboard, we open up the switchboard, we put our devices into it, and from the switchboard we obviously take the power and we close it. That's it. Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Mahesh. It was a very interesting, knowledge, information about the type of devices which can make a conventional home smart. Maybe we may be thinking that a device had to be IoT ready to get installed. What we have learned from your talk is a conventional home can be converted into a smart home by putting an interface device. And as we are moving towards more smart applications, for all our FTTH partners, many of you are giving simply the optical fiber pipe to the home. Maybe we should look for a tie-up with such product, people, etc., so that we provide solutions to customer. It will add to our business growth. And when we talk of smart home, every device being controllable, always comes the challenge of, can it be hacked? So that is the theme of our next our session, that is on security. I hand over to Tilakvati madam.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். So, good afternoon to all of you. So we will have only 3 more speakers. Each speaker will have 8 to 10 minutes. Hope they'll complete it. And it's exactly not security, but we had a session of BharatNet. Due to paucity of time, we are shrinking all the sessions. And our next speaker will be Mrs. Netlink ICT Private Limited. We are delighted in welcoming our partner, OEM partner, Mr. Prajit Nair. He is the business head, Netlink ICT Private Limited. We are also thankful to Mrs. Netling for being a sponsor partner. So they don't need actually an introduction. Netling doesn't need an introduction. They offer a wide range of solutions including ONU, ONT, OLT and fiber patch cord. The company has a global customer base and their products are available on the GEM portal. They have also installed around 20,000 OLTs and 4 million ONTs. So let us hear from Mr. Prajit Nair, who will present more about Netling products.
So, എല്ലാവർക്കും വണക്കം. Good afternoon, each and everyone. Actually, I am really delighted to be here in front of you in this auspicious event, in the presence of all excellent audience, respected CMD, respected Director CFA, and all Bsnl officers and Bsnl franchisees and my industry colleagues. So, I am Prajit Nair, Business Head to Netling ICT Private Limited. So, I think you all heard about the company Netling ICT Private Limited. Netling is not a trader. Netling is not only an importer. Netling is not only a manufacturer. We are in fact a solution provider. So, we are mainly focusing in designing, manufacturing the ONTs and OLTs, FTTH active as well as passive devices, based on the customer demand and the trends, what is happening in the FTTH network. And we are doing the trading as well as the after-sales support of all these devices. So that is what we majorly do. We are in the industry since 25 years and the company has formed as a private limited company in the year 2015. Basically, all our company directors are cable TV operators. We have our own Bsnl franchisee in Kerala. And proudly I can say I am coming from a state where Bsnl has the highest number of connections. So where is Netling in this industry? And where is our presence? Basically, we our branches. So as you can see our customer range, we are supplying the materials to the last mile operators, internet service providers, distributors, system integrators. We are an OEM registered in the GEM portal and we are also participating in the private as well as the government projects. So our head office is located in a place called Koothatukulam, which is near to Cochin, and we have our manufacturing unit in Andhra Telangana border. It's a place called Jagayapet. We have a 15,000 square feet factory where we have the capacity to produce nearly 4 lakh ONTs per month. And we have our own office located in United Arab Emirates. We have nearly 18 own branches in India. So you can see the locations. We have 4 offices in Kerala, 3 offices in Tamil Nadu, and multiple offices in different parts of India. That is also our RMA units. This is our global presence. We have successfully sold out our materials to the countries mentioned here, mainly the MENA area and USA, Mexico, etc. And we are providing after-sales support to these regions. So what is Netling? Next. Mainly we have 5 trademarks. So Netling is the trademark where we deal with our active products such as OLTs and ONTs. Opton is our trademark where we deal with the cable TV related FTTH equipments, which includes EDFA, nodes, etc. They are CATV related FTTH products. Faber International is also our trademark, where we deal with the patch codes, joint enclosures, distribution boxes, and we do have the manufacturing unit of patch codes and each and every type of joint enclosures in Kerala. Next. Netcare is our dedicated trademark for providing after-sales support and R&D services and hardware service warranty. So this is a different platform. My friends were explaining about the IoT solutions and all. We also are into the biometric solutions. We do have a trademark called HiNits, where we deal with the LED smart video walls and the smart panels, touch panels. So these are all the facilities what we have in India and internationally. So why a company? There are a lot of competitors for Netlink, and there are a lot of OEMs in the market available. Why a customer need to choose Netlink? So I can tell you some of the unique features what we provide here. So every time all the operators are facing, they used to get a call from the customer side. My internet is not working. There is a frequent Wi-Fi disconnection. There is no good performance. So all these issues, our operators are always hearing from the end customers. So basically, when they call to the OEM side, sometimes the call may get connected, sometimes call may not get connected. They don't know what to do, where to do. So in fact, I'm going to tell you a solution for the issues which you are facing in the industry. So basically, the manufacturing unit. Nowadays, everyone is telling that we are having a manufacturing unit. So I am going to tell 3 important aspects of our manufacturing unit and how it will be beneficial to you. So as I told you, we have got 4 SMT lines and fully automated SMT line. So basically, customers are worried about, they're concerned about the major chipset of the ONT. So you might be heard a chipset, Realtek, MediaTek, all the franchises must have heard about these chipset companies. But you don't know, there are more than 450 components in an ONT PCBA. So these components, people are only worried about the major chipset. Okay, what is your chipset? It is Realtek. Okay, fine. But the components also play a major role in the performance of the devices. The components are available from different countries. Unfortunately, we don't have all the components manufactured in India, but it is available from 3 different countries. From Chinese, it is available. For example, the price of the component from China, for example, a single component price is 10 rupees in China. Then the next option is the Philippines. Philippines, it might be a slightly higher price, 12 rupees, because the quality is slightly higher. And another option is Taiwan. So I'm mainly talking about the resistors and the capacitors. So what happens if you choose? Our price is slightly on the higher side if you compare with the competitors. Why the price is high, I'll tell you. I already told you there are more than 450 components available in the PCBA. So mainly, we are only choosing the resistors and capacitors from the Taiwan company, Taiwan country only. Why? Because if I'm telling the resistor having a resistance of 10 ohm, every company, from even if you take it from Chinese or Philippines or wherever, it will be 10 ohm. It will be mentioned there. But the main problem will come only after 3 months of usage or 4 months of usage, maybe after 6 months of usage. It will not be consistent. After 6 months, if you go for a low quality product, it will go down to 6 ohm or it may go up to 14 ohm. So it will make problem in your ONT, in the performance of the ONT. You cannot even find out what exactly is the problem. What you will do? You will call the OEM, you will go for a replacement. When you replace with the new product, what will happen? Again, after 4 or 5 months, again the same issue you will face. So how many times will you go and replace the ONTs? And how an OEM can survive if they keep on replacing the ONTs? So it is a very, very difficult project because as you know, the companies, OEMs are also working in a very, very low margin in this competitive market. So that's why the price of our product is slightly high, and also we are giving the most higher quality component so that you will have an peace of mind and ease of business you can have. So that's what one time if you are spending a money, for example, some 50 rupees extra for a product, and one time if you are spending that money, and you will be having peace of mind. So that is the major advantage of our manufacturing unit. And second is we have got an advanced X-ray machine. So somebody is telling the Wi-Fi is not working. So at that time you may get a new OND replaced. But we have got an advanced X-ray machine which can take the X-ray of a component and any electrical component. So if I am getting a complaint about the Wi-Fi, I can take the X-ray of the Wi-Fi component, and I have different voltage modes in that. So with the different voltage modes, I can check whether any internal wire connections are damaged or not. So with a within few seconds I can know this issue. And secondly, I can know what is the percentage of air bubble in that particular chip. So it should not be more than 30%. So that, like that, different modes of X-rays are available. So such sort of manufacturing unit we have, and we are delivering that services to the customers. And finally, there are lead-free paste and leaded paste people are using for soldering. So as you all know, lead-free paste will give you, it can resist more heat. And if people are going for leaded paste, while soldering, if people are going for leaded paste, what will happen? It cannot resist more heat, and it is easy that the components may get damaged. So these are some of the photos of our manufacturing unit. You can see the patch code manufacturing unit and as well as the ONT manufacturing units. Yeah. So I'm not going to extend. I'll just tell 2 to 3 unique features, and I'll immediately finish. So you can see our RMA technical support. We are providing technical support 24/7 in English, Hindi, and Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, Oriya, and West Bengal. Most of the regional languages we are giving IVR-based technical support. And RMA is a process where we are replacing the ONTs on an immediate basis. In this digital world, we are using a Play Store application to exchange the warranty of the product and to give a new product. And these are all the digital Play Store applications what we are having. You can purchase, operators can purchase OLTs on EMI scheme. There is an NMS platform which is having a mobile interface as well as a web interface. And LMS, I'm only going to, because if I keep on talking the unique features, this session would not be enough. So LMS is a program where more than 20 courses are added. Only technical sessions of FTTH. So I would like to announce that any Bsnl operator, we have a stall there. If you can come and give the mail ID, we will give that course for free of cost. It's a cost worth ₹1 lakh, and if any time Bsnl officers can suggest the operator so that we can provide this LMS course for free of cost. It includes the configuration and troubleshooting of the ONTs, and we have the RMA, AMC, all these applications. So these are the certifications what we have. We are a PLI certified member. We are registered in the Trusted Telecom portal of Central Government of India. Of course, we are TEC certified, and ITL certification. All these certifications are there. As I know, Bsnl is having nearly 30 value-added services. Nearly 30 services we are providing. And they were also telling about the IoT services. So whatever ONTs we are providing, which is supporting the value-added services. Not only broadband, it will support the IPTV, even more OTT platforms. And in future, as they told, the IoTs will control the entire home or industry. So I request each and every Bsnl partner to go with the ONTs which supports value-added services. So, Yeah. Since the inception of FTTH, from the starting stage itself, we were working in a win-to-win solution with Bsnl, and I would like to tell our sales turnover is exactly directly proportional to the number of connections what Bsnl is having in each and every state. I know that Bsnl has crossed 3.9 million FTTH broadband connections, and their target is another 3.9 million. So our wish is together we can work for 10 million, and it was really, I'm really thanking you for giving this opportunity here. Thank you. Oh, sorry. One more thing, one final thing. This is also a wish. We are ready to offer free RMS and immediate replacement centers in each and every Bsnl exchange and office. So also we can look for the opportunity of this particular service in future. Thank you.
So thank you, Shri Prajit Nair. That was a wonderful presentation, which was focused and crisp. Your application, NMS, LMS, and RMA, it's all very useful. And our field, they recognized Netlink always. Yours is a unique product. Thanks for explaining the unique features. So our next speaker here will be Mrs. Cyrotech. We are privileged to have Ms. Cyrotech represented by Sri Balachandra, Regional Manager South. So a major part of the network elements in Bsnl are from Cyrotech, and we are thankful to them for their constant support and cooperation in implementing any new initiative from Bsnl for better security and services. We are also thankful to them for being our prime sponsors for this event. Let's now hear from Mr. Balchandar as he will present more products about Cyrotech.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. CMD sir, CGM sir, GM and DGM, and all Bsnl officers. I'm really very much delighted, charmful, and cheerful for this auspicious meeting today. So Cyrotech Network is an Indian leading manufacturer with 3 decades. Around 30 years, we offer cutting-edge solution to the internet service providers and telecommunication companies. Cutting-edge solution means the new technologies. Our innovative products and services are designed to upgrade our network infrastructures and deliver expectation connected to the customers. So, what is the production and manufacturing excellence? We have 3 options. One is cutting-edge facilities, stringent quality control, and commitment innovation. Our manufacturing facilities are equipped with the latest technologies and the highest quality, maintain highest quality standards, ensuring the consistent, reliable product output. And stringent quality product, we always maintain the rigorous standard and guaranteeing rigorous testing to meet our existing standard and guaranteeing the integrity and performance of the solutions. In R&D, innovation team is constantly exploring new technologies and techniques to stay ahead the curve, enabling us to offer innovative products and address the evolving need to the industries. So in Made in India, Cyrotech Network is the forefront of Made in India movement, offering top-notch SAP fiber networking and surveillance product. Our rapid growth and future vision from 60,000 ONT to 3,000 ONT per month since 2020, so cashing our commitment to the excellence. So now we are targeting 6 lakhs ONT per month by 2025-2026. So the product line basically FTTH in that EPON OLT, GPON OLT and PON SFP. EPON OLT solution offer the reliability, speed and the scalability, delivering the fast internet connectivity to the customers. GPON OLT designed with the advanced features and latest cutting edge technology. Our GPON OLT platform provide the exception bandwidth, the lower latency and seamless integration for the infrastructure networks. PON SAP. PON SAP model perfect complement to our OLT solutions. PON SAP start from 155 Mbps to 100G, which can get off a data center solution also. So we have a single fiber SAP, dual fiber SAP, starting from 155, 10G, 40G, 100G. So the ranges is there. GPON OLT, we have 4 variant. Start from single port, the basic one, which we have launched recently. This is very PON single port. The price is very attractive. The performance is very strong. Splitting ratio is 1:128. And next one is 4-port GPON OLT. The 4-port fixed PON port. It has a combo of Ethernet and SAP. The uplink of 2 SAP port. And 8-port we have a combo of SAP and copper port. And meanwhile the 16-port OLT is there. EPON OLT we have 3 variant: 4-port EPON OLT, 8-port EPON OLT, and 16-port GPON OLT. Innovative ONT solutions, we have 3 kind of portfolios of product. One is data plus voice, and triple play, data, voice, and video. In data ONT offers reliable and efficient data transmissions, ensuring a seamless connectivity for the internet applications. And data and voice, Cyratec data and voice ONT offers high-speed connectivity and voice support, reliable and seamless integration for the communications. In triple play, data, voice, and video. In data ONT, we have 4 to 5 variants, starting from 1000 R DONT, which is output of 1GE data ONT, and we have GPON 400R DONT model with 4GE ports, and GPON 1002 WONT with 1GE port and Wi-Fi 300 Mbps. And the 4th variant is GPON 1100 WDONT, 1GE plus 1 FE with Wi-Fi AC. And 5th variant is 2000 WDONT, dual band 2G, Wi-Fi plus AC. Data plus voice ONT, we have 5 variants, starting from 1010 DONT, 1G plus voice output. And second model is GPON 1110 WDONT, 1G, 1 FE, 1 pod, and Wi-Fi. And third model is 2010 WDONT, 2G, 1 port, and Wi-Fi dual band AC. One more model is Pro model. This is totally different from the market. So I just want to explain about this particular model in the upcoming slide. And the 4th model is 4010 WDONT, is 4-port G and 1-port telephone. Data, voice, and video ONT, we have 4 variants: GPON 1000 DONT, 1GE plus KTV, GPON 110 WDONT, 1GE FE, Cat TV plus Wi-Fi. And 4th model is GPON 1111 WONT, 1GE FE port, KTV plus Wi-Fi dual band. And 5th model is GPON 2011 WONT, 2GE, 1 port, 1 KTV, Wi-Fi dual band. In the previous slide, which I am trying to explain, this particular model is different from the previous one. This is a dual band ONT with the Pro series. So we are differently from the market compared with the competitor. This product have the inbuilt amplifier, so which can able to give a throughput of 600 to 700 Mbps as a throughput input. And this comes with the media chipset, which I said was the inbuilt amplifier, and beamforming. Majorly ONT and OLT, ONT and routers, which is the signal deviation will be in omnidirection. But this particular model, which I can say in the beamforming, it is go through the same way of RF signal. So this can help to improve the seamless integration of the Wi-Fi signals. And Wi-Fi coverage of 25 to 30 meter, the range is, and is AC 1200 supported, 2 LAN and port, and locking mechanism is one of the best features which is here in this particular model. So Pro Series ONT, which I said, what is the benefit? Technological head, key SP head, embracing cutting edge technology. The product is long-term viability, business growth for the catalyst, increase the speed and demand for the fostering business and growth of ISPs. Performance is increase the performance, enhance performance, boost the Wi-Fi signal and coverage and superior experience. Speed and connectivity, outperforms in speed, ensuring reliable and connectivity for the users. Competitive advantage, positions against the major telcos in the competitive market. And the final one is reduce the cost, ensuring streamlined and cost-effective operation in the operation efficiency. Why Cyratech? Why Cyratech? We are here an opportunity for the Bsnl franchisees to explore more business opportunity by upselling in the market. Not only in the FTTH, we can explore our franchisee to explore more product in the market. We are introducing the product which is called Cyratech CCTV camera. It is a dual band camera, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. It has an AI features, crime detection, human detection, and face detection more. Two-way communication can able to done. Remote access. It has a LAN and IR night visions. What is the benefit of offering wireless camera? It's an add-on for service to the Bsnl franchisee partners. So, the enhanced security to the customers, additional revenue to the franchisee partners, so diversity in revenue beyond the traditional internet package. Improve the customer retention, not only selling of FTTH, we can improve the retention of the customers and competitive advantage, stand out in the market by offering essential services, security services. So, other product categories are wireless access point. We have wireless routers, wireless access point, and wireless 6 dB antenna. In wireless, we have wireless routers, Wi-Fi access point. We have indoor access point with Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6, AC series and AX 3000, and Wi-Fi access point outdoor. We have Wi-Fi access point. We have the model which is called AC 1200 AC. So there is an hospital solution, Wi-Fi hospital solution by keeping deployment of OLT and ONU, how the scenario is working on. By deployment of EPON, GPON, OLT, how the hospital solution, the infrastructure diagram is shown, explained clearly. From OLT and ONU through the POI switch, consider this is the Sterling Resort Hotel. How we can give the solution through the OLT and ONT through the Wi-Fi. From here, we are connecting Wi-Fi access point for the swimming pool. Through there is a point-to-point connectivity to the corridor, and back and all we are connecting the indoor access point. There is a club on the top of the floor. We are connecting the indoor access. There is connecting Wi-Fi indoor access point. At the top of the restaurant, we can connect one more access point. Corridor, we can connect one more Wi-Fi access point, and guest room and reception front desk. Similarly, how Cyratech by FTTX using CCTV and Wi-Fi solution over the FTTX, using an OLT, connecting NVR, distributing to through the FTD box from GPON ONT, GPON ONT 2010 from their POI switches, and camera and Wi-Fi connectivity can be done here. So why Cyratech? Our product is very much quality and guaranteed. Our product is very much competitive price in the market. Fast delivery, universal compatibility, industrial complaints, wide range of product is available, certified quality products, deployed in all major networks across India. Thank you for the time. Thank you, sir.